Wildcats and the Palatka Panthers on the road tonight at Bennett Cooper Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium in downtown Palatka. I'm Mike Cruz, joined as always by Jackie Baker, and we're bringing you all the action 2018 Baker County Wildcat football. We've got a good one in store for you tonight as the Wildcats are on the road facing district opponent Palatka. And Jackie, this one's got a little different feel than it has in the last couple of years because the Wildcats come into the game on top of the district standings at 1-0, 3-1 overall. Palatka is 3-2 overall, but they also are 1-0 in district play. As district play is heating up now, as we're about halfway through the season, and tonight's game is going to play a big role in determining who has the catbird seat as we head down the stretch.
Yeah, I tell you, Mike, this district in the past,
we're about halfway through the season, and tonight's game is going to play a big role in determining who has the catbird seat as we head down the stretch.
Yeah, I tell you, Mike, this district 5A, man, what a mess it is this year. And I say that we're early on in the season, but I mean, even going into these seasons in the past, it's always been Baker County or Clay. Probably the last 5 years, that's what everybody says, Baker County or Clay, who's going to win that game? But this year, Orange Park doing a great job over there. Ridgeview right in the mix. Palatka right there with us at 1-0 in the district. So it's really a toss-up, right now. So this is a big game for the Wildcats. Hasn't really been in the past, you kind of come over here and expected to win year in and year out. New coach for the Panthers this year, Willie Fells, a guy who's familiar with Baker County football. He was a defensive coordinator at Clay High School, so he knows what it takes to win. And so it's going to be a juggernaut match tonight.
We're going to pause briefly, about a 2-minute.
A new coach for the Panthers this year, Willie Fells, a guy who's familiar with Baker County football. He was a defensive coordinator at Clay High School, so he knows what it takes to win. And so it's going to be a juggernaut match tonight.
We're going to pause briefly, about a 2-minute break for the national anthem here at Palatka, and we'll come back and get you set for the kickoff of tonight's ball game. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Max Glass does commercial and residential work as well. Max Glass specializes in custom frameless showers with installation. Max Glass, 33 East McClenny Avenue, 259-6070, or maxglassinc.com. Max Glass.
Renee's Bail Bonds and U-Haul is proud to bring you live coverage of Baker County High School football. Vince McDuffie is available 24/7 at 259-2000. 259-2000. Renee's Bail Bonds serves the entire United States, and Renee's is now an official.
Funeral Services asks, how do you want to be remembered?
I'd like to be remembered as somebody who treated people with love and respect.
I'd like to be remembered as someone who made other people feel important.
I would like to be remembered as a loving husband and father.
I want to be remembered as the Sunshine Gal, who was a compassionate listener with unconditional love.
How would you like to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as somebody who made a difference in this world.
Baker High Football is brought to you by Ferreira Funeral Services, 259-5700.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkin Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkin Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkin Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
On All is being brought to you by American Recycling Center. Recycling helps the environment. American Recycling offers compensation for cans, radiators, copper, brass, and aluminum. American Recycling Center located at 5325 Woodlawn Road. That's 1/2 mile west of 121 near I-10. Open weekdays from 9 till 5, Saturdays from 9 to 1. Telephone 631-0152. That's 631-0152. American Recycling Center. Happy to support Baker High Football. Baker High Football is brought to you by the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique.
The Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique at 2 East McClenny Avenue has full-service hairstyling, plus clothes, accessories, and all-occasion gifts. Appointments Monday through Saturday at 259-9101. The Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique, 2 East McClenny Avenue at 90 and 228. Full-service hairstyling, clothes, accessories, and gifts at the Beauty Parlor Salon today at 259-9101. The Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique, 2 East McClenny Avenue at 90 and 228. Full-service hairstyling, clothes, accessories, and gifts at the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique. 259-9101, the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique.
And we welcome you back here to Bennett Cooper Field, downtown Palatka, Florida, at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Once again, Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker getting set to bring you all the action, 2018 Baker County Wildcat football. We mentioned a moment ago before the national anthem that the Wildcats 3-2 overall on the season, coming into tonight's ball game with a 1-0 district record, and Palatka 3-2 overall on the season, 1-0 also in the district. Tonight, a lot will be made of the district contest in the area. Jackie mentioned the season that Ridgeview's having, the season that Orange Park's having. Orange Park right now 1-0. Those two teams will play each other tonight, Ridgeview and Orange Park, and also Clay and Menendez are battling. So after tonight, Jackie, a lot will be made of where we stand in the district and where the other teams stand in the district.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Orange Park beating Clay last week, I believe that game was. So, I mean, that was a huge shakeup in the district. So, a lot on the line tonight. We just talked about it a few minutes ago. You've kind of been able to iron this district out year in and year out since we've been involved with these teams. This year, not so much. Teams are growing. Some teams are falling off. And Baker County, as great as a game that we had against Menendez, you know, I'm always bought into Baker County. So don't let me, think otherwise. But we got to prove it again. You can't do it one game, and Menendez just a complete blowout. So I hope they bring that same energy. Golly, taking that 2 weeks off, Mike, was like watching soccer for 2 weeks, man. I was ready to get back out here and watch some Wildcat football, and tonight we get that chance.
Well, that's the question, Jackie. Can the Cats maintain the momentum that we found against Menendez after a week off? Because, like you said, we had struggled to score the ball offensively, and coming into tonight's ball game, now we've had a week off. So right after that Menendez game, we found some great offense. We actually a blowout win. The defense once again played outstanding. And Jackie, the Wildcats were riding a big high coming off that Menendez win. Now they've had 2 weeks, haven't been back on the field. Palatka has not had their week off. Maybe they could be a little tired. I don't know. But how does the week off shape up and factor into this?
I think it could go one of two ways. Did you have a good 2 weeks of practice without having to go in there and basically week in and week out, you're always game? I think it could go one of two ways. Did you have a good 2 weeks of practice without having to go in there and basically week in and week out, you're always game planning something different. Coach Rogers alludes to that every Monday night. They go in and they look at film for their next week's opponent. And so it's always something different for these guys. Well, they had 2 weeks to study Palatka, a team that they're not going to look past. And so it depends. Did they go out and do what they're supposed to do and really retain all of that knowledge for 2 weeks and get prepared? But on the flip side of that, do you get kind of lulled to sleep a little bit and seems like you're just ready to get back out there and you're going through the motions? So,
captains for tonight's ball game: number 66, Miles Morrison; number 88, Chase Hancock; and number 70, Tyler Burnstead. The Wildcats did win the toss, Jackie, and as we do when we win the toss every time, we defer to the second half. So Palatka will get the football to start the game, and the Wildcats will be on defense, and that's the way Coach Rogers likes it.
Have we won a toss?
Number 70, Tyler Burnstead. The Wildcats did win the toss, Jackie, and as we do when we win the toss every time, we defer to the second half. So Palatka will get the football to start the game, and the Wildcats will be on defense, and that's the way Coach Rogers likes it.
Have we won a toss this year?
We won a couple early, and then against Menendez, we actually lost the toss.
Okay.
And they had the ball to start the second half, but we'll have it to start the second half tonight. Coach Rogers loves to put the defense on the field first. We'll be watching an offense here for Palatka that likes the run-pass option. They've got a quarterback in there, number 2, Williams. He likes to get the ball to a speedy receiver, Jones, number 11. Watch out for those two, that combination, Jackie. And run-pass option is something that defensive coordinator Brock Kennedy said we're going to have to be after. But pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, I love this. It seems like every game I want to put that defense out there and see how they match up and see kind of that sets the tone for the game and see what this Palatka offense, I think that's the matchup to watch tonight.
Jackie, it was hot today, hot in the area. All week it's been hot. If you walk outside during the middle part of the day, you will sweat, no doubt about it. Tonight, a little bit of clouds rolling in here to the stadium in Palatka, and there's a breeze blowing. Not quite as stifling. It's a nice night for football. Wildcats dressed in black pants with the white jerseys trimmed in red numerals with the black helmets. Palatka in the traditional blue pants, blue jerseys with the yellow helmets. And we're about set to get it underway. Connor Waite has the ball teed at the 40-yard line. And, Jackie, here we go. What's your key on defense to start this game?
I mean, Palatka's got athletes all over the field. You know, you just got to get out there and you got to do your assignment and do what Coach Rogers and Coach Canada have asked of you all season long. And I think if you can rally to the ball, these speedsters on Palatka aren't going to stand a chance.
Palatka will move right to left across your radio dial, setting the scene here in Palatka. It's a beautiful night. The kick 3-yard line, and immediately behind the play comes in a flag. So you would expect, Jackie, that this is some sort of block in the back against Palatka, and it is. So they'll back up on the kickoff here, and they'll be starting within their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great play, though, by Cameron Crawford, number 12 for the Wildcats on special teams there, because I tell you what, Palatka runner, he tried to get to the outside, and he had some blockers lined up, and Crawford's able to knife his way in there and take him down. Now, the block in the back helps, but that's a good play by Crawford.
They'll mark it back all the way back to the 20 to the 19-yard line. So Palatka all the way back to the 19, about a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul there. So they mark that from the 29 back to the 19, and we're set to get underway. They'll go shotgun. They'll go 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and the quarterback is 4, McKinnon. McKinnon's the quarterback. I said 2 earlier, Jackie. 4, McKinnon is the quarterback, and he stands back there with 2 receivers right and 1 open. Our cornerback fell down, but the pass was too long. It falls incomplete. I'm not sure what happened over there with the slip, if there was contact or not, but either way, the receiver was wide open, Jackie, but the pass was no good.
My goodness, what a break there, because you're right, I wasn't paying attention to that either, but all I did see was look up and see a receiver streaking down the field wide open and our defender laying on the ground.
He was on the ground on the far sideline, and that would have been a touchdown pass for Palatka, but the pass was too long. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10. They're going to run the ball straight up the middle, and a tackle's made up there by Big Jumbo Elliott. A gain of 2 yards for Palatka, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I want to see. You know, the accuracy of these quarterbacks. We talked about it with Menendez, you know, and their quarterback, he had accuracy issues. He had a couple times where he had guys wide open, and we caught some good breaks there, and McKinnon's first pass sails on to a wide open receiver. 3rd down and 8, quarterback McKinnon in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jackie, that breeze gets in those windows and feels really good. Yeah, happy fall.
3rd down play. Here we go. McKinnon's got it in the shotgun. He rotates the football. Now he's going to scramble out of there. He's going to be tackled short of the 1st down as he's hit hard right at the 25-yard line. The Cats getting in there. I saw Kelton Nebb and some others right in the middle of that defense, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, like Chase Cruz was in there on that stop, and that was one of the things, you know, with McKinnon. He's a big kid, 6'5", 180 pounds, looks pretty athletic out there. Didn't know if he could run or not, and that time he takes off, and the Wildcats rally to the ball and able to stop him short. So hopefully going to be good field position here.
Well, that was the key to the defensive stand that I was hoping you would have said, the 3 and out. We get the 3 and out there. We feel good about it. The Wildcats now have to call a timeout because, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So hopefully going to be good field position here.
Well, that was the key to the defensive stand that I was hoping you would have said, the 3 and out. We get the 3 and out there. We feel good about it. The Wildcats now have to call a timeout because, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 12 guys on the field. The referee didn't catch it, and we call timeout.
Yeah, you don't want to start like that. Golly, right off the rip. I mean, that's the stuff we're talking about, 2 weeks of practice, so you should have been preparing for this. I know the coaches have gone over special teams every day. That's the last segment in practice of special teams, and you go right out on punt return with 12 guys on the field.
Well, and to make that worse, Jackie, that would have given them a 1st down. They're facing 4th down and 4, so had the penalty been called, they would have a 1st down across the 30-yard line. The way it is now, no 1st down, and they'll have to punt again. So, fortunately, Jamie Rogers saw it. The coaching staff saw it. They called the timeout, and no harm, no foul. But you said it there. That doesn't help you here early in the ballgame.
No, we ran into that problem with Menendez, trying to go down the score before halftime and didn't have any timeouts left, had to burn those pretty early. So Coach Rogers not happy there.
Punter stands way deep back at the 10-yard line. He's going to get it off. The Wildcats had good pressure. The kick to the far side of the field and takes a Palatka roll all the way down to the 29-yard line. So the Cats will have it there when we come back. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
New name, same people and service. 6th Street Automotive. Bumper-to-bumper service including diagnostics and repairs. Domestic and foreign vehicles. Scheduled maintenance or problems. 6th Street Automotive. 821 South 6th Street. McClenny says, Go Wildcats.
.13 to go in the first quarter. The Wildcats defense put up a stop on the first series of play. Palatka goes 3 and out, and they pump the ball to the Cats. We didn't get a return on there, Jackie, and when you get those punts that you allow to hit the ground, you never know which way it's going to roll. That one took a good Palatka roll and got about 15 yards down the field, and that's where we'll set up at the 29.
Just looking out there now, man, it looks like this Wildcat offensive line, they definitely got the size advantage for Palatka's front, so let's see if we can control the line of scrimmage.
Running play straight away. Scooby Graham is going to get it. Alex Bowen turns, gives the ball to number 5, and number 5, Graham, races across the 35-yard line out to the 36-yard line, a gain of almost 7 on first down.
Scooby Graham just starting right where he left off against Menendez. That's a good hold that time by the offensive line. Scooby Graham sees it, makes a good cut, makes one man miss, and 7 yards on first down.
Bowen in the shotgun. He's got Graham back there with him, 2 receivers. And Graham is going to be hit and stopped this time, right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Actually a loss.
Yeah, that time I'm not sure what happened. It looked like a little miscommunication there on the offensive line because that time the defensive tackle, he came in untouched there, so I'm not sure if somebody pulled and wasn't supposed to or what happened, but, man, it's not how you want to start second down after you pick up 7 on first down.
It was 2nd down and 3. Now it's 3rd down, a little more than 4 to go for the first down. Wildcat formation for the Cats this time as Bowen checks out of there. This snap goes directly to, looked like Graham on the carry, and he's going to get it across the 45, gets the first down easy, and Graham near midfield for the Cats here as we've got an injured Palatka player.
That's a great run by Scooby Graham, something we haven't seen all season, a little Wildcat formation. Graham takes the direct snap. Alex Bowen out there at receiver. Not sure that Scooby's a threat to throw it, so I think Jumbo Elliott was even on that play. So big formation that time and just letting Scooby Graham run around, and he picks up the first down of the night.
Had a couple of blocking backs in the backfield with him, a Wildcat formation. Graham takes it, runs right, picks up nearly 15 yards on the play, and gets the big first down for the Cats to keep the drive alive. As I mentioned, we've got an injured Palatka player that the trainers are tending to here, and we'll get back underway in just a moment. Jackie, a lot of things going on tonight. The Wildcats here in action. We're going to see some other district play action for the Cats. This is the 5th game of the year, Jackie, so this marks the halfway point of the season already. Can you believe that?
Golly, I know. You wait on it forever. You wait on it all year long, and then all of a sudden it gets here and it flies right by.
The other part of that is if you stick around and stay with us during our halftime show, we might have something special to give away tonight, and we also will amaze you with.
And then all of a sudden it gets here and it flies right by.
The other part of that is if you stick around and stay with us during our halftime show, we might have something special to give away tonight, and we also will amaze you with our college football picks for tomorrow.
Oh, going to amaze somebody tonight.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. First down play for the Cats coming up. We're at the 48-yard line, just shy of midfield. Alex Bowen back in the ball game here as the Palatka player was able to get up and get off the field. Looks like he'll be okay. So that's good news for the Palatka sideline. First down and 10. Bowen, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 5-man receiver formation here, and Bowen's going to take it. Throw left. He hits his man right across midfield to the 48. A catch is made, and he goes down right there.
That's a good throw there by Alex Bowen out there to Cameron Crawford. golly, man, twins. I can't never remember which is which. They're both great football players, but that time, golly, man, twins. I can't never remember which is which. They're both great football players, but that time Cameron Crawford with a great reception there to pick up 4 yards.
4-yard gain on the quick slant pass there to Crawford. He made a sure-handed catch. Now the Cats show the same formation, 5 wides. Second down and 6. Bowen in the shotgun for the Cats. Bowen, a threat to run out of this, and he will. Second down play. Bowen runs straight ahead. He's got room. 30, 25, 20. Alex Bowen inside the 15 and down to the 10-yard line. A beautiful run. The middle opened up, and Alex Bowen took off, and the Wildcats will have first and goal.
I'll tell you what, Coach Jacobson has found something here. You spread any team we play out, and you put a hat on that offensive line, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to win that matchup, and they do there, and Alex Bowen is able to scamper for about 40 yards there.
They'll actually set the ball up right on the 10-yard line, so it is a first and goal. Turn to give the ball to Graham, and Graham went to the wrong side. Not sure if Graham was confused or Bowen, but either way, Bowen bails them out and gets about 2 yards down to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, heads-up play there. It was a busted play from the get-go, and Alex Bowen does the smart thing and just pulls it down and gets what he can get there and sticks his nose in there and picks up 2 yards. So a heads-up play there, but like you said, a little confusion on that play. And, man, just little stuff like that, you know. I mean, we've talked about it all season, but, my goodness, you're down there first and 10, got a lot of momentum going, and then a busted play just kind of stalls you out.
Graham went to his right. Bowen was handing the ball off to the left. So one of those guys went the wrong way, and now a snap is going to go over the head of Alex Bowen, and he goes all the way back to the 30 and dives on the ball there to the 29-yard line. The snap went over Alex Bowen's head, and we should mention that Ace Cruz, the normal center, still not playing. He's out another week for these Cats, and Wesley not playing. He's out another week for these Cats, and Wesley Staggs is in there again at the center spot. Not sure what happened there, but that snap over the head of Bowen, Jackie, and we lose 21 yards.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, Wesley Staggs did a great job in that Menendez game. You know, no errant snaps in that game that I can remember at all. So, not gonna, say anything bad about him. He came right in and filled in for Ace Cruz and did a great job 2 weeks ago. And that time, like I said, sometimes you need that momentum, and really the fluidity. It's just to get down there and everything's going good and clicking, and then all of a sudden you got a busted play, and everybody's thinking, "Oh man, did I mess up? Did you mess up?" And then an errant snap, and now, instead of first and goal from the 10-yard line, you're looking at third and goal from the 29-yard line.
All the way back to the 29. And you're right, the fluid motion,
oh, man, did I mess up? Did you mess up? And then an errant snap, and now, instead of first and goal from the 10-yard line, you're looking at third and goal from the 29-yard line.
All the way back to the 29. And you're right, the fluid motion, just the every down situation, and taking that week off, you said can go one way or the other. Now, let's not paint it all doom and gloom. The Wildcats came out and got some great yardage here offensively, but now on third down, they're going to have to dig deep in the playbook, Jackie, because third and goal from the 29. What are you thinking here? Maybe get half the yardage back and try a field goal? I don't know.
Yeah, I got a chance to see Connor Wade out in practice this week, and I tell you, I told Coach Darryl Rogers, from week 1 to where he was at in practice the other day, Connor's kicking the ball much better. So if you can pick up a few here, I think he's got the leg to put 3 up.
Alex Bowen in the gun, no backs in the backfield. Bowen's going to throw. He looks down the field. He heaves one toward the end zone, and the ball's going to be tipped up in the air and falls incomplete. That might have been Green.
Yeah, that was John Green there, and Alex Bowen wishes he had that one back because Green had about 2 steps on his man down the middle of the field. He was wide open, and Bowen throws it a little bit behind him, and John tries to adjust, and that gives the defender time to catch up and get a hand in there. But, man, golly, Green was wide open for a minute.
So in this situation, it would be about a 46-yard field goal. The Wildcats don't have that type of leg strength from fourth down and goal from the 29-yard line. Alex Bowen in the shotgun, and we're going to get them to jump off sides here, and that's going to give us at least 5 yards back. But we'll still have a fourth and goal from the 24.
Oh, yeah, that sounds a lot better.
It's never good when you're past the 20.
Now, listen, when you got to say fourth and double digits for a touchdown and fourth and goal from double-digit yard markers, man, you have done something terribly wrong along the way.
Well, and for you non-football fans out there that just like to listen into the Wildcats, what fourth and goal means is if you don't get a touchdown here, you turn the ball over to Palatka. So fourth down and goal from the 29, Alex Bowen in the shotgun. 2 receivers left and 2 to the right. Here we go. Bowen looks across the defensive front. Palatka looks like they're going to bring some pressure with the linebacker. He creeps up. Bowen has time. Now he's going to run. Now he's going to be hit and sacked. Bowen was looking to throw. The Cats had great field position, Jackie, inside the 10-yard line, and they snap it over the quarterback's head, and ultimately we turn it back over on down.
Well, and third and long, fourth and long situations like that, especially one where you got to score a touchdown, it takes a while for those receivers to get in their routes and get to a position where you can convert that. So that extra second or two that it takes them to get down and let the play develop is an extra 2 seconds. Those defenders, and those offensive linemen got to stay there and block.
We're going to break for the mid-quarter timeout here. We'll take a minute timeout and send it back to the station. No score. You're listening to the Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Baker High Football is being brought to you by Morel's Furniture and Mattresses.
Hey folks, Paul with Morel's here. We have a 19,000 square foot furniture showroom, our mattress gallery, outdoor and patio department, and our huge clearance center.
Morel's, Highway 90 west of I-75 on Jeff Davis Lane. Just follow the signs.
Online at Motor Parts is a longtime supporter of Wildcat football. McClenny Motor Parts stocks parts for all makes and models. And what they don't have, they can get. McClenny Motor Parts, US 90 downtown McClenny. Open weekdays 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till 2. McClenny Motor Parts, your Napa know-how store.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
Yeah.
And we welcome you back to Palatka, Florida. Palatka with a first down play there, and the quarterback's going to get sacked behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 14.
Yeah,
who was that on
Weston Avera, man, young kid. I think he's a sophomore this year, and Coach Canada really liked him, so couple of injuries there to start the season, so Vera getting a lot of playing time and just getting better as a football player.
Second down play, McKinnon's going to give it on a jet sweep, and a nice play by one of the Wildcats to get a hand on the receiver. He has to reverse his field, and he's not going to get much room. He might have gotten a couple of yards back there, but good pursuit by the Wildcat defense. And one cat, I'm not sure who that was, Jackie, made him reverse the field in the backfield, got a hand on him, and almost stopped the play.
Yeah, it looked like Chase Hancock off that right end busted that play up from the get-go and had both paws on him, and I thought he was going to bring him down for another loss there, but the running back, or actually the wide receiver there on that reverse, able to escape and reverses his field, but still picks up no positive yardage.
No yards on the play, 3rd and 14 for Palatka. They don't have a first down on the night. The Wildcats would like to get the ball back. 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. No score from Bennett Cooper Field in Palatka, Florida. 3rd down play. McKinnon calls for the ball. He looks to throw. Throws one right side. He's got a catch made on the slant, but he's going to be tackled right there. That was his receiver, number 11, that he likes to go to, Jones, and he's stopped right there. 3rd down play. McKinnon calls for the ball. He looks to throw. Throws one right side. He's got a catch made on the slant, but he's going to be tackled right there. That was his receiver, number 11, that he likes to go to, Jones, and he stopped at the 35, so it'll be 4th down and about 5 yards to go.
Good heads-up play by Jacob Williams there. Gave the receivers a little cushion there. Like you said, it's 3rd and 14, so you had a little room to give. He allows him to catch that quick slant there right off the line of scrimmage and then makes a sure tackle to bring up 4th down here. So a great play there by Jacob Williams.
4th down play, the second punt of the night for Palatka. The Wildcats have done a good job the past couple of games getting pressure on the punter and a couple of blocks in there to show for it as well. So let's see if we can get some pressure on the punter. 4th down play, they're going to punt it away, and the ball is whistled dead. Flags down against Palatka. They'll back them up 5.
Defense all over the field. What I was going to say, though, Mike, is that guy back there punting or is he playing center field? Because, my goodness, I mean, typically, what is it, a 10-yard drop?
Yeah, 10 to 12.
10 to 12.
Yeah.
My man 15-plus back there.
in the old days, a long time ago, you used to say 15 yards, but those punters started coming up so they could take advantage of the extra yardage you get there. But this guy, like you said, he's a full 15 yards back from the line of scrimmage. That's something you don't see every day. Fourth down play, and again, a flag is down. And
timeout.
Palatka calls a timeout before the play. They've got all kind of confusion on their offensive side.
It's a punt. I mean, my goodness, what is so confusing about a punt? Which, I will say this, maybe that's because you got John Staples over here on this sideline, special teams coordinator. They've seen what he can do. Wildcats, I think, we got now 3 block punts on the season.
Listen, there's just, football teams do it all the time. You see it on Saturday, you see it on Sunday, Jackie, and it drives you crazy because on those plays like punts, like field goals, plays like kickoffs, you always see where there's confusion, and that's because those special teams players do not get the reps that the offense and defense does during the week, and sometimes it comes back to haunt you. And you see here a penalty and then a timeout forced against Palatka as they've had to go to the timeout well. So the Wildcats now positioned to get decent field position. Our return man stands at the 40. Snap is back. The punter's got it. The kick is on the way, almost blocked. A great kick, high and deep, taken back at the 25, and he's going to go down. No, he's going to finally be hit around the 31-yard line. I thought he went down.
Yeah, I did too.
But, Jackie, a beautiful punt right there from the Palatka punter, and a nice catch, as it looked like Moore went back and caught it over the shoulder.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be burned on that one a little bit. That time, punter puts a good leg into it, but Moore's able to reach.
The Palatka punter, and a nice catch, as it looked like Moore went back and caught it over the shoulder.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be burned on that one a little bit. That time, punter puts a good leg into it, but Moore's able to recoup and gather that ball up. I thought he slipped, too, down there. But the referee says no, and Moore's able to pick up about 5 yards on the punt return. So, again, this Wildcat offense, 4:26 left in the first quarter, 0-0 score, and they start off with great field position. So let's see if we can capitalize on the second drive of the night.
Starting at the 32, Alex Bowen in there. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 to the right. Looks like Graham in the backfield. Bowen takes the snap. He's going to give again to Graham. Graham running left side, and Graham running hard. He's going to get near the 35-yard line and be stopped there for a gain of 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, that time, that was actually a good run by Scooby Graham. The hole wasn't there that he wanted to hit the first time, so he kind of slowed it down a little bit, saw another crease, and able to pick up 3 yards. So great vision by the young running back. The hole wasn't there that he wanted to hit the first time, so he kind of slowed it down a little bit, saw another crease, and able to pick up 3 yards. So great vision by the young running back.
Second down play coming up for the Cats, 2nd down and 7. They need to get something offensively going here. No score, 3:57 and counting in the first quarter of play from Palatka High School. District contest here between the Wildcats and the Panthers. Bowen in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw. Now he's going to throw it right across the middle. It's batted around and intercepted. He hit the receiver in the chest, and now the linebacker, number 42, picks it off in the air. And Palatka's got momentum as he runs down inside the 20-yard line, and they'll have a first down and 10. That pass was on the money, Jackie, but it was thrown maybe a little too hard, and the receiver couldn't react to it. It bounced off his chest, goes up in the air. The linebacker comes down with it, and now Palatka in the red zone.
Yeah, listen, hey, I know what a quarterback will say. All you quarterbacks listening in, quarter pads before he can get his hands up, and bounces around, and the big linebacker for Palatka rumbling and bumbling and stumbling all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Now you got Adams in the backfield along with McKinnon at quarterback. First down play for Palatka. The Wildcat defense will need to hold here. Palatka from the 20-yard line. They send number 11, Jones, to the far side of the field. Watch out for him. First down play. They're going to give the ball straight ahead to Adams. He's going to be cut down. No, he's going to get around the corner, and he's going to be inside the 10-yard line. It looked like he was going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss, but he was able to maintain his footing and get inside the 10 to the 8, and they'll have first and goal.
Yeah, great balance that time. Again, Chase Hancock back there, and he hits him, and the running back kind of spins off of Hancock and able to get out to the outside there and make a big play.
First down and goal now. McKinnon in the shotgun for Palatka. They've got 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. And, again, Adams in the back as anybody. As the Cat deep clogs the middle as good as anybody. And the running back only gains or gets back to the line of scrimmage there, it'll be 2nd and goal.
Listen, if you want to tiptoe in between the tackles, I'll let you all night long because, man, that defensive front and those linebackers, they're coming. So if you don't hit that thing with a head full of steam, you're not going to get very far. And that time, the running back tiptoes up to the line, tries to use his big offensive line to get in there, but that Wildcat defense makes a wall and stops him for no gain.
2nd down and goal now. Palatka inside the 10-yard line on 2nd down. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, back in the backfield. Sutton is the back. They changed it out. Adams went out. Sutton is in now for Palatka. They look to the sideline for the play call. And now it's got to be a delay of game. It is. Took way too long, and Jackie, the offensive woes for Palatka continue here as they're going to back up 5 yards on the delay of game.
Yeah, I just noticed this, Mike, because I was looking down there, and the field looked a little dark. They got a whole set of lights out on the other side there. So I hope that doesn't come into play late in the game when we need a big pass.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I see it. It's dark in that corner. 2nd down and goal from the 13. McKinnon airs it out to the right side of the end zone. The ball's up for grabs, and a catch is made by Palatka. Strikes from 13 yards out, and it's 6-0 Panthers.
Yeah, that was just a great play there by the receiver. He wanted it a little more, got up early, caught the ball at the highest point. I thought we had good coverage there that time. Jacob Williams all over him, but you got to high point the ball. You can't wait on it to come down, and that time the Palatka receiver, like I said, just able to out-jump Williams to go get that.
Not the outcome we were looking for here on the scoreboard, at least, as the Wildcats had the ball 1st and goal earlier inside Palatka territory. We came away with no points, and now Palatka gets the turnover against the Cats and puts it in the end zone for a touchdown. Kicker on the field to attempt the extra point, and that kick is on the way, and he missed it wide left. 6-0, Jackie. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on WFBB.
Elder Pigs Cottage is coming soon. 684 West McClenny Avenue near Little Caesars. Elder Pigs Cottage features collectibles, gifts. Elder Pigs Cottage will be open.
A 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on WFBB.
Elder Pigs Cottage is coming soon. 684 West McClenny Avenue near Little Caesars. Elder Pigs Cottage features collectibles, gifts. Elder Pigs Cottage will be opening in September. Elder Pigs Cottage. Soon at 684 West McClenny Avenue. Elder Pigs Cottage, a proud Wildcat supporter.
Nita Crawford, Baker County Supervisor of Elections, is proud to support Wildcat football. Election registration is available at the Supervisor of Elections office on North 5th Street, by mail at 259-6339, or through the forms available at any post office. Elections office staff is available for you at 259-6339. That's 259-6339. Your Baker County Supervisor of Elections says, go Wildcats!
And we welcome you back here to Palatka, Florida. Bennett Cooper Field, the Palatka Panthers strike first. They're on the scoreboard with a 6-0 lead. They missed the extra point. Now the Wildcats are going to get the ball back. Palatka set to kick it off. Again, the kick coming right to left across your radio dial. It's right down the middle. The Cats will try to pick it up around the 15. We fumble all over it. Now it's finally picked up, and we're going to try to run it ahead and only get out to maybe the 18-yard line as Tracy White and one of the other Cats was having trouble picking it up down there.
Like hot potato down there, man. I didn't know what was going on. It did take an awkward bounce when it hit the turf. It was a shorter kick, and they couldn't quite come up to catch it in the air, and so he tried to knock it down, and that thing was spinning and twisting all over the Cat offense, who, man, after coming out, and I know it was the defense and special teams had a lot to do with that Menendez game in the first quarter, but you start on fire 21-0, and now you're a minute 55 into this ball game, or I'm sorry, left in the first quarter, and you're down 6-0.
Cats have to get something going offensively, and they have to do it now. Here we go, 1st down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Alex Bowen is in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself, run straight ahead. Now he cuts right. He's got the 25. He's got the 30. Bowen down the sideline, 40, 45, and out near midfield as Alex Bowen takes the carry and goes to the 47-yard line A gain on the play of about 29 yards.
Golly, I'm going to tell you right now, Mike, listen, he's quick and he's a great quarterback, but if Alex Bowen was a little bit faster, that's 2 touchdowns tonight because he just sees those holes. Offensive line does a great job. Will Kindness just pushing his man all the way down the field, so a huge block there by him, and Alex Bowen sees it, hits it, and picks up good yardage there. There by him, and Alex Bowen sees it, hits it, and picks up good yardage there.
Wildcat offense right in front of us, Jackie, near the 50-yard line, trailing 6-0 here with 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cats, Bowen in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. The give is to Graham. Graham's got a hole. He's across midfield, 45-40. Graham inside Palatka territory and down to the 29-yard line on a beautiful run there. 24-yard gain for Scooby Graham, and the Wildcats offense has picked up 60 yards in 2 plays.
And that's remnants of what we saw 2 weeks ago on Friday night, Mike. Just Scooby Graham just gashing defenses for big yardage. And again, great blocking up front by that offensive line. And Will Kindness again with a great block from his wide receiver position to free up Scooby Graham for a pickup of about 25 there.
First down play, Bowen in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left-hand side with Graham in the backfield.
A great block from his wide receiver position to free up Scooby Graham for a pickup of about 25 there.
First down play, Bowen in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left-hand side with Graham in the backfield. Bowen calls for the football. We're at the 29 of Palatka. The give is to himself. He's going to fake it to Graham. He's going to run it left. He's got the 25, and he's going to be rode down from behind to around the 22-yard line, a gain of 7 yards on first down.
Again, great run there by Alex Bowen. This offensive line doing a good job pushing their guys off the ball, kind of controlling that line of scrimmage, and Wildcats doing what we do best and just following those big guys and picking up good yardage.
The clock is down to 25 seconds and running here in the first quarter. Caps might get one more playoff here in the first, down to 17 and running. Alex Bowen in the shotgun, clock down to 13. Still in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. He calls for the football. Gives to Graham. Graham's got a hole. He's down inside of the first quarter. They'll set the chains, and the clock will run with 2.5 on the clock, Jackie, and that'll do it for the first quarter. So the Cats gave up the first touchdown of the night. Palatka leads at 6-0, but the Cats are on the move here when we come back. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout here, and we'll come back with the second quarter and more Wildcat football on WFBB.
Baker High Football is brought to you by the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique.
The Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique at 2 East McClenny Avenue has full-service hairstyling, plus clothes, accessories, and all-occasion gifts. Appointments Monday through Saturday at 259-9101. The clothes, accessories, and gifts at the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique. 259-9101. The Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique.
Renee's Bail Bonds and U-Haul is proud to bring you live coverage of Baker County High School football. Vince McDuffie is available 24/7 at 259-2000. 259-2000. Renee's Bail Bonds serves the entire United States, and Renee's is now an official U-Haul dealership across the street or across the country. Remember Renee's Bail Bonds and U-Haul, US 90 downtown McClenny. 259-2000.
Gibson McDonald Furniture and Mattress of McClenny is proud to again sponsor Wildcat football. Gibson McDonald has furniture, mattresses, and appliances in stock and ready for delivery. Gibson McDonald has electronics and lawn and garden equipment. Gibson McDonald Furniture and Mattress in the Winn-Dixie Plaza in McClenny.
Pereira Funeral Services asks, how do you want to be remembered?
I'd like to be remembered as somebody who treated people with love and respect.
I'd like to be remembered as someone who made other people feel important.
I would like to be remembered as a loving husband and father.
I want to be remembered as the Sunshine Gal, who was a compassionate listener with unconditional love.
How would you like to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as somebody who made a difference in this world.
Baker High Football is brought to you by Ferreira Funeral Services. 259-5700.
First down play here of the second quarter, first play of the second quarter on first down. Alex Bowen turns, gives the ball to Graham. There he goes left side, and Graham is going to go into the end zone, Jackie, on an 18-yard scamper to start the second quarter.
Golly, man, Scooby Graham, that kid is something special there. Makes 2 guys miss, gets into the end zone untouched,
So side, and Graham is going to go into the end zone, Jackie, on an 18-yard scamper to start the second quarter.
Golly, man, Scooby Graham, that kid is something special there. He makes two guys miss, gets into the end zone untouched. So a great job by Scooby Graham and that offensive line once again.
Wildcats are going to send Connor Wade in there to try the extra point, and he drills it, Jackie, and the Wildcats now on the first play of the second quarter have taken the lead back from Palatka, and it's 7-6 with the extra point.
My goodness, talk about an offensive explosion, you know. And listen, we did that the first drive. You know, we got down to the 10-yard line with ease, and then two errant plays, and all of a sudden you're at 4th and goal, you know, from the 29-yard line. So this offense has been able to move the ball. Just got to keep executing, keep doing what you do. And, man, did you see that extra point? That's all I was talking about. Connor Wade drilled that. I mean, at the beginning of the season, Connor Wade was struggling on extra points to get him over the crossbar and drilled that one.
He drilled it. Jackie, the Wildcats had over 100 yards in the first quarter, just over 103, and most of that was between Alex Bowen and Scooby Graham on the ground, as they both had near 50 yards apiece. Kickoff's going to come down around the 15 and be returned all the way across the 30. And a flag again comes down on the Palatka return in the area of holding. But, Jackie, roughly, you know, balancing out the stats in the first quarter, both guys, Bowen and Graham, pretty much toted the mail in the first quarter, and they had about 50 yards each, just over 100 yards of offense for the Cats. Had that 20-yard run a moment ago for Graham. And so the Cats offense not doing poorly here, but we did not execute on that first opportunity inside the 10-yard line. And so now the Cat defense, if they can get the ball back from Palatka, we'll be in good shape. But the Cats on top, 7-6.
Yeah, that defense, I mean, holding up good. We gave up real short field position on the turnover last time.
It's a block in the back that came in late that forced them with a 10-yard penalty here. But not bad field position for Palatka to start this drive. McKinnon takes the snap. He's going to fire one left side. A catch is made, and a tackle is going to be made right away as Tracy White picks him up and drops him on the far sideline right in front of the Palatka cheerleaders, and a nice play by Tracy White to stop the receiver and a loss on the play.
That's a great play by Tracy White. That was one of those run-pass options you were talking about. McKinnon kind of ran out towards the sideline like he was going to run it, and then saw his receiver standing there wide open, and Tracy White comes up and makes a huge tackle because that's a one-on-one battle there. He breaks that tackle, and it's off to the races. So Tracy White with a good tackle, sure-handed tackle there.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up a 2nd down and 12 for Palatka. This offense relies, Jackie, a lot on the play coming in from the sideline and all of the offensive guys looking there for it. And to number 11, Jones is streaking down the sideline. Fortunately for the Cats, number 23 here, which is Chris Smith, was able to get a hand in there and knock the ball out to make it an incompletion.
Chris Smith just made a huge play, another touchdown-saving play, sitting back there in the safety position, you know, kind of playing center field. And wide receiver, a little wheel route there, and he runs up the sideline, and golly, I thought, man, that had touchdown written all over it. But Chris Smith comes in there at the last minute and able to knock that ball away.
3rd down, call it 3rd down and 12. McKinnon in the shotgun here. 7-6, the Wildcats lead. We're just underway in the second quarter here from Palatka, Florida. Big district ball game here tonight on the road as the Cats trying to get another district win here to go to 2-0. They swing it out to the right side. This pass has no chance. The Wildcats were on top of it defensively, but the pass was low and the receiver had no chance. It'll be 4th down.
I mean, 3rd and 12, I'm defense doing a great job of that right now. Everybody's kind of covered up with the exception of that last play. But again, Chris Smith with a fantastic play from a safety position to get over there and get his hands on that ball to knock it down. So Wildcats up 7-6, 11:22 left in the second quarter, and kind of finally starting to play, you know, with a little continuity and everything maybe leaning our way a little bit.
Well, the defense has played well all night. They gave up the short field on the turnover earlier, which allowed Palatka to get the
look at that. Look at this.
And we're going to get a block punt here as the snap was bad to the punter, and the ball was rolling out in front of him, and he tried to punt it away off the ground, Jackie, and the Wildcats were all over him. And we're going to take the ball over inside the 10-yard line on another Wildcat special teams play.
My goodness. I don't know if they're trying to fake us out. You know, they got guys going in motion and this, that, and the other. And that time the punter acted like he was going to run it a little bit, and he may have run it, but he forgot one thing, and that was the most important thing. And my goodness, they got, I don't know if they're trying to fake us out, you know. They got guys going in motion and this, that, and the other, and that time the punter acted like he was going to run it a little bit, and he may have run it, but he forgot one thing, and that was the most important thing, and that's the football, because he left it laying down on the 10-yard line, and like you said, tried to kick it off the ground, which I thought was a penalty, Mike. Can you kick the ball off the ground?
Well, I guess you can. They didn't throw a flag. I think you can, Jackie, if the ball's down there. He tried to kick it away, but either way, the Cats were all over him. We had 3 guys in the backfield, and now we've got a chance here with our first turnover to make this a bigger deficit, and we're going to fumble the snap.
We cannot.
The snap goes through Bowen's hands, and it rolls through his legs, and he has to go back to the 10 to get it.
You know what? I know we do a lot in practice, and I know there's limited time, but I'm telling you right now, I would do 150 under center snaps at practice, because that seems to be our biggest Achilles heel down here. Every time we get snaps at practice, because that seems to be our biggest Achilles heel down here. Every time we get inside the 10-yard line and try to go under center, I get nervous, and that's why, because that's probably 5 times on the season that we fumbled that snap.
The last time we were inside the 10-yard line, we snapped it over Bowen's head. This time, a fumbled snap on the exchange. They're going to hand the ball to the right side. A gain of maybe 3 yards on the play. That looked like, was that Graham?
Yeah, well, yeah, that was Scooby in there still.
It's going to bring up a third down play now after the fumbled snap and the 3-yard gain to the right side. The Cats desperately trying to get back in the end zone here after that huge turnover. That was a huge turnover because the Cats had one of our own. We threw an interception in the first quarter that allowed Palatka deep into our territory to score a touchdown, and now the Wildcats trying to return the favor. Third down play, and this is going to be a Wildcat formation, Jackie. Scooby Graham's in there. He takes it to
my goodness.
The head official saw a holding from behind.
From the 20-yard line, Mike. He threw his flag from the 20-yard line when there's a guy standing on the pylon down there. There's no way he can see that. Scooby Graham was out there by himself. There were 4 Palatka defenders chasing him to the sideline, so I'm not sure where that holding call occurred at, but my goodness. Another shot in the foot there, though. Golly, we thought we were going to put another touchdown. Scooby Graham with a great run, able to outrace everybody to the outside, and just does turn the corner to sneak into the end zone. But it's going to come back now, so we're going to be set up 3rd and goal here from
the 11.
Oh, man. Golly, I can't believe that. You can't make that call.
So the referee says the holding occurs right at the 1-yard line. They move it back 10 yards, and the Cats will have a 3rd and goal from the 11. Now Bowen goes with an empty set backfield in the shotgun. Bowen takes the snap, looks to throw. Now he's going to scramble to his left. He's still looking. Goal from the 11. Now Bowen goes with an empty set backfield in the shotgun. Bowen takes the snap, looks to throw. Now he's going to scramble to his left. He's still looking. He's running now. Bowen's going to hit the end zone. He's going to make it. Touchdown, Alex Bowen. He was scrambling to his left, and he looked like he was going to throw. He froze the linebacker just long enough to get to the corner, and Alex Bowen, an 11-yard touchdown run.
That was a great run by Bowen there, and I'll tell you what, Avant Lee from that wide receiver position, he's running around out there, and Alex Bowen starts kind of directing traffic for set-up blocks, and Avant Lee's able to come over and just chip the cornerback to let Alex Bowen sneak inside the pylon and score there. With 9:29 left in the second quarter, and the Wildcats up 13-6, barring this extra point.
Big touchdown for the Cats there after the turnover, and especially after the fumbled snap on first down. And Connor Waite drills the extra point. It's good. It's 14-6. The Wildcats lead, and
extra point.
Big touchdown for the Cats there after the turnover, and especially after the fumbled snap on first down. And Connor Waite drills the extra point. It's good. It's 14-6. The Wildcats lead. And we'll take a 30-second timeout and bring you back here in just a moment. You're listening to Baker County Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Baker High Football is being brought to you by Morrell's Furniture and Mattresses.
Hey folks, Paul with Morrell's Mattress Experts here. I wanted to talk to you about adjustable beds. If you suffer from lower back pain, a zero gravity position that will take the pressure right off of your lower back. If you lift the head of the bed up a little, that can help with snoring and acid reflux. If you lift it up a little more, it's great for watching TV or working on the laptop. On Bascom Norris Drive between Walmart and the mall, or in Alachua between Waffle House and the interstate.
Online at Morrells.com, MORRELLS.com.
kickoff by Connor Waite takes the ball all the way back inside the 20-yard line. The return man comes back across the 32, and he is drilled by Kelton Knapp. My goodness, Jackie, what a hit.
Upended him. Golly, remember I say you don't want to tiptoe, you want to run through. He saw a hole, son, and he hit it he threw that thing in the fourth gear right there, and he met a brick wall in the hole because Kelton Knapp was flying in there just as fast. And my goodness, what a collision there. And he won't want to try that again when he sees 31 coming up the field.
He will not. Kelton Knapp, another highlight reel tackle, as he's had a season playing linebacker for these Wildcats. First down and 10, now McKinnon. Palatka finds themselves down by 8, 14-6, as we're under 9 minutes to go in the first half. The Cats had a couple of opportunities. They cashed in on a couple and missed one. So the Cats offensively not bad tonight so far, as we're midway almost through the second quarter. They hand the ball off on first down.
Yes, for the last 2 years at least, I am content with you trying to run the ball in between the tackles because in the last 3 years, man, we've had a defensive front and some linebackers that can play, and this year's no different.
Second down now for Palatka. They've got the ball just across the 33-yard line. Wildcats, four-man front. The linebackers creeping up to the line of scrimmage. It's second down play. They give the ball straight ahead again, and this time they're going to get maybe 3 yards ahead out to the 36-yard line, call it the 37. It'll bring up a third and mid-range situation, third and about 5, as Palatka is desperately looking for a first down. The only first down they got on the night, Jackie, was on their touchdown, if that counts for a first down. They got the 13-yard touchdown pass from the quarterback to the receiver after the turnover, and that's the only time they've crossed the 10-yard plane tonight. Third down, call it 6 for Palatka. They need to get the ball touchdown pass from the quarterback to the receiver after the turnover, and that's the only time they've crossed the 10-yard plane tonight. Third down, call it 6 for Palatka. They need to get the ball across the 43-yard line for a first down. The quarterback, McKinnon, has 2 receivers to the left. They're going to run it. McKinnon looks to the left, and he's going to be under pressure by Burnson, and he's going to be hit along the left sideline. It looked like McKinnon was designed run the whole way that time. He might have had a pass option in there, Jackie, but he was content to run it around the corner, and the Cats stop him well short.
I don't know if it was design run, but I'll tell you right now, if I see big Tyler Burnson come in running 3 chasing after me, I'm just doing everything I can to get away. And that's what that looked like. Golly, he looked down the field for a second, but Tyler Burnson, again, nobody has been able to block this guy when he comes in at defensive tackle. We need to ask him. I wonder if he thinks he could block himself. He's a great offensive lineman for Wildcat. He could block himself. He's a great offensive lineman for this Wildcat team, but when he gets in there on defense, my goodness, he's in the backfield quick.
One of the biggest transitions that occurred for this Wildcat football team early in this season is the immersion of Tyler Burnson on that defensive line, and he has wreaked havoc. The Wildcats get great pressure again on the punter and kick it out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So we didn't block it, Jackie, but the pressure made him change direction, and it may as well have been a block, Jackie. It goes out right at the line of scrimmage, and the Cats will have great field position.
That is a net 3-yard punt, I believe.
Yeah, it hit the chain over. It hit one of the guys holding the chain over here on the sideline at the 34-yard line, and that's where they're going to put it. So yeah, he might have gotten 2 positive yards on the punt, but not much.
My goodness, that good pressure though. You're right. Listen, there's about 4 or 5 white jerseys just beating in on him right there, and he's thinking, I got to get this thing away, and shanks it right off the side of his foot.
And officially, Justin Thomas just gave me the signal. It was a 2-yard punt, Jackie, so you were right. First down play from the 34-yard line. Alex Bowen takes the team out there. He's got Scooby Graham in the backfield. He's got 3 receivers to the right side and 1 to the left. Chris Smith.
Good throw there by Alex Bowen, and looked like the defender comes right in. He kind of read that a little bit, but Avant able to kind of bounce off that tackle to pick up good positive yards there. So, oh, man, that was actually a gain of about 7 there. So, good play by Avant Lee. And, again, we're going to go 4 wide here, trips to the left. Will kind of alone at the top here. Scooby Graham in the backfield.
Second down play. The Cats are going to go with Graham, and he goes up the middle, and he's going to get all the way down inside the 25 down to the 21-yard line, Jackie. So the Cats will move the chains here. It'll be a first down.
6:15 left in the second quarter. Cats driving again, up 14-6 here. And I tell you what surprised me about Scooby Graham, Mike. He's not a very big kid when you're just looking at him, but man, he's able to break a lot of tackles, you know. So that's just an effort of Coach Jacobson and Coach McDonald in the weight room, strong as an ox, they say. Because Graham, Mike, he's not a very big kid when you're just looking at him, but man, he's able to break a lot of tackles, you know. So that's just an effort of Coach Jacobson and Coach McDonald in the weight room, strong as an ox, they say. Because the first guy usually does not bring Scooby Graham down.
Jackie, I know as we get set to get near halftime, I want to remind folks we will have our Florida Farm Bureau halftime report coming up at the break, and we've got a lot to talk about, some college football going on. We're deep in the college football season now, 3 or 4 weeks in, and we'll talk about that. Jackie, our friend Tim Hughes from over at American Recycle has another gift for us to give out at halftime. I'm going to go ahead and spoil the surprise and let folks know that if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, I've got 2 tickets, courtesy of American Recycle, that we're going to give away at halftime tonight.
I know we don't talk about the NFL on this show a lot, Mike, but my goodness, what happened to the Jaguars Sunday? I mean, how do you come out and
cycle that we're going to give away at halftime tonight?
I know we don't talk about the NFL on this show a lot, Mike, but my goodness, what happened to the Jaguars Sunday? I mean, how do you come out and look like the Super Bowl contenders, man, after you do that to the Patriots and then the poor Titans, man? You just can't get anything going. That was miserable to watch.
Well, and it's week to week, but they've got the Jets coming in this Sunday, and if you're listening in at halftime, we've got a chance for you to win 2 tickets, thanks to Tim and American Recycle. First down play for the Cats, 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bowen throws one left side. A catch is made by Smith. Smith is inside the 20 and down near the 17-yard line. He did not get the block he was looking for as Bowen swings it over here and maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah, that was another good pass. Maybe a little quicker is the only critique I have of that pass. You got to get it out there and make up your mind that that's where you're going. That time, Smith with a good catch, but the defenders were coming in on him, so he does a great job to pick up positive yards.
14-6, the Wildcats on top, and the snap again is fumbled by Bowen. He's able to get it back, but right as he gets it back, he gets laid out by the linebacker coming in, number 15, and that's going to force another long third down play.
You talk about week-to-week stuff, man. It's like, how does this happen? You play Menendez, and not one errant snap that I can remember with Wesley Staggs coming into the game, the injury to Ace Cruz, the Wesley Staggs filling in, and now in this game, 3 snaps that, fortunate enough we've been able to fall on them, but my goodness, you got to get that under control.
Third down play now. The Cats need 11 for the first down. Bowen looks to throw. He's under heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked way back in the backfield. They brought the corner blitz that time, and Alex Bowen had no chance as he was blown up from the left side all the way back to the 33-yard line.
Never saw him. A guy coming off the edge there, and call that for you non-football people, the blind side of Alex Bowen, because Alex never saw him, and that's what he got, blindsided right in the back. And now this really puts you at a deficit because you don't have Connor Waite's doing a great job, and I've kind of hyped him up tonight, but he doesn't quite have the leg for about a 48-yarder. So the offense is going to stay on the field, and it's 4th and about 20 here.
Yeah, and we almost got caught there with 12 guys on the field again. The Wildcats, a little confusion here. They get one guy off the field, and they're going to run the clock down here and get a 5-yard penalty. And I guess that's maybe that's something that we're going to do to punt it away here, Jackie.
Yeah, punt it away. You don't want to give up. I mean, 4th and 20, the odds of you picking that up are slim and none. So if you got a chance to pin them deep, maybe even inside the 10-yard line, I like the call here.
Well, you like to call after all that craziness.
You don't want to give up. I mean, 4th and 20, the odds of you picking that up are slim and none. So if you got a chance to pin them deep, maybe even inside the 10-yard line, I like the call here.
Well, you like to call after all that craziness that occurred, but it's devastating for the Cats in terms of the opportunity they had inside the 15-yard line there with the block punt or the shank punt, and a chance for us to go in and score, and we're going to have to punt it away. So Bowen stands around midfield, and I've got in defense of Wesley Staggs, I think that snap a moment ago was kind of right there, and it was just a miss by the quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good punt.
Bowen kind of shanks one off his foot, but it takes a Wildcat roll down the sideline, and Palatka will take over 1st and 10. You see the clock, Jackie? How much time we got left here?
3:48 left in the second quarter. Wildcats up 14-6 right now.
You see the lights came back on?
Oh, yeah, they turned the lights. They must have heard.
Not sure if they were just out or somebody changed the light bulbs out real quick, but over in that far corner, the light switch is back on.
May have to screw them in. You know how sometimes those light bulbs just got to screw it in a little more, maybe.
I was going to give you a chance a moment ago to give some shout-outs. I know there's at least one guy that you were going to say hello to, but we'll do that in a minute. 1st down and 10, Palatka, 3:48 to go here in the first half. They trail the Wildcats here 14-6. The Wildcats on the road trying to get a district win on the road. At times, the Wildcat offense has been great tonight. At times, a little sloppy. The Wildcats will get the ball to start the second half as a reminder, and maybe we can work out some of those kinks and get some more points on the board. They're going to give the ball straight ahead to the running back, and he's not going anywhere. A good stop right there on 1st down is the Cat defense. Like you said, if that running back on 1st down is going to try the middle, that's good for us on defense because 9 times out of 10, we're going to stop them just like that.
I mean, it kind of looks like so just nowhere to go. He's trying to be as patient as he can and letting those holes open up, but there's just nothing doing in between the tackles. This Wildcat front doing a great job again tonight.
Timeout on the field as another Palatka player is shaking up here on the play. And, Jackie, I'll give you a chance because I was going to give a shout-out here to a couple of guys. I know Mike Rogers, faithful Wildcat fan, listening in each and every week, and he listens in right now. I'll give him a shout-out. Mike says, "Go Cats." Also listening in tonight, the Wildcats, one of our biggest fans. You know, Clayton Duval listens every week, Jackie. And I got to give him an extra shout-out because the other day he helped me out, man. I needed some tires, and I needed a brake job. And, you know, most of the time you call those places and you can't get in for a few days or whatever. Clayton said, "Man, bring it on down to me. I got you covered." And I went down there, and Clayton Duval and the crew down there at McClenny Tire and Lube took care of me, man.
Yeah, he's done that for me on numerous occasions. So, yeah, big shout-out.
And riding in style. 3rd down play coming up for Palatka. I'm sorry, 2nd down play coming up for Palatka. They had the runner shaken up a moment ago, 2nd down and 9. And I took all the time there. You can give your shout-out in just a moment. 2nd down and 9. Here we go. Quarterback McKinnon looks down the field. He's flushed out of there. He's going to run. McKinnon's got some room, but he's going to be tackled from behind. A good play, again, made by the linebacker, Kelton Knapp.
Yeah, you're not going to shake loose from Kelton Knapp too often, and that time McKinnon thought he had some room to kind of juke and jive around Knapp, and once he gets his hands on you, 9 times out of 10, he's going to take you down, and that time another great play by Kelton Knapp there. McKinnon does pick up a few yards, though, so you're looking at about a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 situation here with 2:30 left in this second quarter, and the Wildcats up 14-6.
And when he took off, Jackie, I thought he had the first down, and Kelton Knapp kind of came out of nowhere there from behind, made the tackle. A nice job by Knapp to keep them in a 3rd down situation here. On this play, and the Wildcats do a good job again as they try the middle of that defense, and the running back is not going to get the yards he needs, and quickly the Cats are going to call timeout here and try to get some points before halftime, as we should get great field position.
Yeah, that time Caden Hill coming off from that left end position gets a good jump on the ball and able to hit the running back in the backfield to slow him up for a moment as a host of Wildcats take him down for another loss. Oh, he's talking about some shout-outs, man. Yeah, I got some shout-outs to give, and a couple of these are blackmail. A couple of them have texted in some embarrassing stories of mine, and so I better shout these guys out loud and proud. Big shout-out to Jason Moore, man. That dude, he listens in every Friday night. Me and him, we've been friends for a long time, so I appreciate him listening in. Does a lot with us with the Little League.
He does.
One of those guys who calls me and says, "When we having a big shout-out to Jason Moore, man. That dude, he listens in every Friday night. Me and him, we've been friends for a long time, so I appreciate him listening in. Does a lot with us with the Little League.
He does.
One of those guys who calls me and says, "When we having a work day? When we doing this?" So, Jason, we appreciate you listening. Appreciate everything you do for Baker County, man. Go Wildcats. Ryan Carter's listening in. I know him and Travis Barton.
Yes.
Big supporters of Wildcat Athletics. And Ryan said give a shout-out to the greatest barber of all time. So
which one? Him or Trav?
So, yeah, well, I'm not going to say who it is, but it might gap my hair up next time I go in there.
punt for Palatka. This one is away. The punter under pressure again, but he gets it off. Moore's going to fumble it, pick it back up, and he's drilled right there. My goodness, he might wish he didn't pick it up.
You better fall on that one next time.
Oh, my goodness. But Ryan Carter, Jason Moore, glad to have you along. I know you guys listening each and every week, and if Trav's listening in, give it.
You better fall on that one next time.
Oh, my goodness. But Ryan Carter, Jason Moore, glad to have you along. I know you guys listening each and every week, and if Trav's listening in, give a shout-out to him, too. Yeah, Jason Moore, I got to say, man, I was talking to Matt Anderson earlier today, Jackie, and you can't say enough about these guys that step up and are head coaches with us in another sport, which is Little League Baseball, because it's hard to get guys to volunteer their time and coach. But I tell you what, this past year we were looking for some coaches in the league. Both of those guys, Matt Anderson, Jason Moore that you mentioned, both of them stepped up. And, hey, they turned out to have great teams with their coaching.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Couldn't have done it without them. So, yeah, you're right. We appreciate those guys very much for things outside of Wildcat football.
First down and 10 now, the Wildcats from the 46-yard line. Alex Bowen is in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. He fakes it to Graham. He's inside the 40. A good 7-yard gain on first down for Alex Bowen.
Again, that little read option there, and Alex Bowen counting here left in the second quarter. Wildcats trying to put another touchdown on the board, up 14-6 right now.
Minute and a half and counting. The Cats need to go. Second down and 2. Alex Bowen in the shotgun from the 37-yard line. Here we go. Bowen looking to throw. He's under pressure again, and Bowen's going to get sacked again. That's the third sack of the night for the Palatka defense.
Yeah, that time, just nobody open. I'm looking down the field, and I don't see anybody that's got a step. So those athletes for Palatka in the secondary doing a great job kind of staying with these Wildcat receivers. But, again, you hate to, take a sack there when you're trying to put some points on the board. You're only up one score at this point, and now Coach Rogers is going to call a timeout with 56 seconds left in the second quarter, so still hoping maybe to put something up before you go into halftime.
No doubt about it, Jackie. Looking around the scoreboard here, I got a score out at Jackie. Looking around the scoreboard here, I got a score update came in from Trevor Nelson. Trevor Nelson, another guy that listens in each and every week, he gave us an update. It looks like Menendez has a 21-13 lead on Clay in the first half of that ball game. So 21-13 Menendez.
Wow. Clay, I'm not sure what's happened over there, but Orange Park able to defeat them by 1 point last week, and now no surprise, really. I say that. Menendez is a great football team, who was expected the most to everybody. So hearing that, it's not a surprise that they're beating Clay, but after what we did to them at home, my goodness.
Yeah, and the thing is, you expected even after our blowout win against Menendez that they'd be back. We'll hear from them again before this year's over. Third down play now. Bowen in the shotgun. Bowen looks to throw. He's under pressure again. This time a great block by the Cats. Avant Lee makes the catch. You expected even after our blowout win against Menendez that they'd be back. We'll hear from them again before this year's over. Third down play now. Bowen in the shotgun. Bowen looks to throw. He's under pressure again. This time a great block by the Cats. Avant Lee makes the catch ahead of the first down marker, and the Cats are going to get a first down. First down here to the 32-yard line, and we're going to have to hurry. The first down chains, once they're set, the clock will run.
You got to get to the line, trying to spike the ball here.
Avant Lee was on that reception, a nice reception by Lee, and now Bowen takes it up and spikes it down.
Another Gronk spike there by Alex. I like it, man. I like it.
Well, so now, Jackie, we're at the 33-yard line. I figure to give Connor Waite a good opportunity for a field goal, we need to get somewhere around the 20-yard line, somewhere from the 20 in. And there's a flag on the sideline here. It looks like he's going to get Chris Smith right here, and they're going to call a sideline warning on the Cats over here. Okay, so that's nothing, no harm, no foul there. Jackie, what do you think? I say between the 15 and 20, we're safe for a field goal opportunity. That would be, 33 to 37 yards.
I saw him booting them through from 25 at practice Tuesday. So, like I said, he's gotten a lot better. So, I trust him from there.
Here we go. First down play. Bowen under pressure again. He scrambles out, looks down the field. He's got a man down there. It was Chris Smith. He got turned around. Bowen trying to throw on the run there, and the pass was just not as accurate as he wanted to get it, and it'll be second down, but the clock stops.
has third down now.
We
spiked the ball on first down, so it's going to be 3rd and 10 here. 36 seconds left. Wildcats trying desperately to put some points back on the board here, up 14-6 right now, but we do get the ball back at to start the second half, so to tack on anything here and then be able to get the ball
on out down the middle of the field, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone, and now they're going to come back with it. He's back at the 5, back at the 10, the return man all the way across the 20, and he's going to stumble out of bounds, and a flag comes down, but nobody home on that pass as Bowen was looking to the end zone for a receiver, and he was covered pretty well, and then the safety dropped back in coverage, Jackie, and that pass was picked off.
Yeah, it looked like Alex just didn't see the safety sitting in the middle of the field there. Sometimes you get locked in on those receivers, and he's throwing to a spot there. He had Will kind of breaking that way on a post route and just didn't see the safety and throws it up there, and safety makes a good play, and Will kind of tried to make a tackle there in the end zone, but the defensive back able to break that and scamper out to about the 25. And now we got another injured Palatka Panther down on the field.
Yeah, I tell you, Jackie, it's disappointing the opportunities the Cats have had inside Palatka territory. However, we still on the clock here in the half, does not get any points before halftime. We're going to take an 8-point lead into the locker room, and we'll start with the ball in the second half.
Yeah, it's just, that's tough to watch. You know, you get down there, you make a good play, you get a shank punt, and one drive ago, you look like you couldn't be stopped.
Right.
You know, and then you get out there and just one miscue after the other, and all of a sudden you're giving the ball back to Palatka with 25 seconds instead of going into the end zone. So hopefully, like you said, we can get into halftime up 14-6 and come back out, get the ball, make some adjustments there, and get that offense back in groove.
All right, here we go. Palatka's got the ball. There's only 25 seconds left in the half. They're going to air one out deep down the right sideline over here, and both the receiver and the defender fall down. And it looks like they're going to throw the flag on number 19, Jacob Williams, as he was in coverage, but both guys were going to get a flag.
That's all that happened. They got tangled up down there. He didn't see it. The referee looks up and sees the Palatka receiver laying on the ground, so he just assumes what happened and throws the flag there. But I'd like you to actually see the penalty, Mr. Ref, so you keep your eyes up the field.
Well, not much going on there. Just a penalty. They'll move it out to the 29-yard line or so, and that takes 6 seconds off the clock. So down to 19 seconds left to go in the half here. And 14-6, Palatka trailing, trying to get something going before halftime, and the quarterback is going to be sacked. The Wildcats get in there. Tyler Buxton.
Who else on that defensive line? I mean, my goodness. We've had to do that a lot this year. You see a lot of these guys playing both ways, and you know they're just dog-tired, but Tyler Burnson doing a great job on the defensive line, and that time able to sack McKinnon for a lot. Goodness. We've had to do that a lot this year. You see a lot of these guys playing both ways, and you know they're just dog-tired, but Tyler Burnson doing a great job on the defensive line, and that time able to sack McKinnon for a loss of about 2 yards maybe. So with 11 seconds left, the Panthers used their last timeout. 11 seconds left before the half. Wildcats up 14-6. And
the biggest thing here is you just want to get them off the field, go to the locker room. The Wildcats clearly have some adjustments offensively we need to make. The defense is playing great, Jackie. Their only touchdown came on the turnover, early in the ball game. Since then, the Wildcats have 14 unanswered. So we need to iron out some kinks offensively, but other than that, get some adjustments. We'll get the ball to start the second half. So the key here with 11 seconds, let's just get off the field and go to the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong and I can't remember, but I don't remember except that it was, and maybe I'm wrong and I can't remember, but I don't remember except that when they started on our side of the 50, I'm not sure Palatka's even sniffed our side of the field all night. So this defense doing a great job. Just got to get that offense going a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of turnovers from Palatka, but one of them was the one where they got the 6 points off of. So 11 seconds left here in the half, and the quarterback, McKinnon, is in the shotgun. He looks downfield. He's under pressure. He's going to be hit again, and the Wildcats are going to sack him in the backfield. Looked like Wesley Staggs got a hand on him along with Big Jumbo Elliott.
Jumbo Elliott, Tyler Burks, and Will Kindness in there applying the pressure, and Jumbo's going to get credit for that sack, and we're going to go into halftime up 14-6, Mike.
Well, there was some sloppiness. There were some good things. So both ways, the Wildcats get some things done well offensively. The defense played outstanding, and all that counts up to a 14-6 lead at the half. Let folks know when we come back, we'll have an opportunity for people to win some Jaguar tickets this weekend during our halftime break. But we'll have our Florida Farm Bureau halftime report coming up here in just a few moments. We'll take a 4-minute break. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
New name, same people and service. 6th Street Automotive. Bumper-to-bumper service including diagnostics and repairs. Domestic and foreign vehicles. Scheduled maintenance or problems. 6th Street Automotive. 821 South 6th Street. McClenny says, Go Wildcats.
Renee's Bail Bonds and U-Haul is proud to bring you live coverage of Baker County High School football. Vince McDuffie High School football. Vince McDuffie is available 24/7 at 259-2000. 259-2000. Renee's Bail Bonds serves the entire United States, and Renee's is now an official U-Haul dealership across the street or across the country. Remember Renee's Bail Bonds and U-Haul, US 90 downtown McClenny. 259-2000.
Baker High Football is being brought to you by Morrell's Furniture and Mattresses.
Hey folks, Paul with Morrell's here. We have a 19,000 square foot furniture showroom, our mattress gallery, outdoor and patio department, and our huge clearance center.
Morrell's, Highway 90 west of I-75 on Jeff Davis Lane. Just follow the signs.
Online at morrells.com. MORRELLS.com.
Best wishes, Wildcats, for another great season from Grace Technologies. For computer sales, service repairs, and web hosting, 11 North 4th Street, McClenny. 259-507 Wildcats for another great season from Grace Technologies. For computer sales, service repairs, and web hosting, 11 North 4th Street, McClenny. 259-5077 or graceit.net. Grace Technologies.
Alan Tanner at McClenny Motor Parts is a longtime supporter of Wildcat football. McClenny Motor Parts stocks parts for all makes and models, and what they don't have, they can get. McClenny Motor Parts, US 90 downtown McClenny, open weekdays 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till 2. McClenny Motor Parts, your Napa know-how store.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
Baker High Football is being brought to you by Badcock Home Furniture and More in McClenny. Badcock Home Furniture and More features furniture groups, Brantley power recliners, dining room sets, television sets, tablets and laptop computers, generators, pressure wetting. Their phone number is 259-2275. Badcock Home Furniture and More.
Cypress Mower in downtown McClenny has year-round repair for all mowers, small engines, and lawn and garden engines. Cypress Mower is an official dealer for Country Clipper mowers, Generac generators, DR products, and Johnsard lawn and garden items. There's a gift shop with motorcycle and western wear, jewelry, and other gifts. Margaret and Jay at Cypress Mower are proud to support Baker County. 455 West McClenny Avenue, open Monday through Saturday, 8 till 5.
Halftime from Palatka, Florida. Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker bringing you all the action here from Bennett Cooper Field at Veterans Stadium over in Palatka. And Jackie, it wasn't a perfect first on the first play of the second quarter as Scooby Graham went 18 yards for the touchdown run. The point after was good. We took a 7-6 lead there in the second quarter. And then later, Alex Bowen, an 11-yard touchdown run for the Cats, and the point after was good to make it a 14-6 lead at the half. Jackie, I mentioned the Wildcats will get the ball to start the second half. Here's the disparity I was talking about. So on the scoreboard, it's an 8-point lead, but Jackie, on the stat sheet, the Cats have over 150 yards of offense, while Palatka only 33. The Cats have run 31 plays against Palatka's 21. The Cats are averaging 5 yards a play, while Palatka's averaging 1.5 yards per play. So if those stats translated into points on the scoreboard, the Cats would be winning big right now. But right now, a tenuous one-touchdown lead as we're at the halftime break.
You got the stats there, Mike. I'm pretty sure we had 2 turnovers in the first half, and I think Palatka only had 1.
Yeah, two turnovers for the Cats and 1 for touchdown lead as we're at the halftime break.
You got the stats there, Mike. I'm pretty sure we had 2 turnovers in the first half, and I think Palatka only had 1.
Yeah, two turnovers for the Cats and 1 for Palatka on the punt.
So one of those keys that Coach Rogers looks at, and I mean, that's a big one. That's any head coach you ask. The turnover battle's a big one, and that time Palatka was able to score 6 points on their turnover. We kind of squandered some opportunities, Mike, inside the 10-yard line, right at the 10-yard line twice, where we didn't come away with any points. So had our chances to really blow this thing out and get a comfortable lead in the halftime. But, 2 weeks off, we talked about it before the game. One or two things can happen, and it looks like right now the Wildcats are just kind of lackadaisical and maybe, just going through the motions during some of those practices. It's still been hot. I know technically we're in fall now, but it's still 105 degrees out there, it seems like, every day. So it's still been hot. I know technically we're in fall now, but it's still 105 degrees out there, it seems like, every day. So it gets tiring. I know it does. And you come off a huge win against Menendez, and you got all this momentum, and I would have enjoyed playing the Saturday after the Menendez game. But unfortunately, we couldn't do that. Had to take 2 weeks off. So now you're kind of starting all over again. And we just got to find the rhythm, got to find that groove that we had as we were able to get right on top of Menendez early and just kept our foot on the gas all game long. So just trying to find a little bit of that tonight so we can kind of bust this out and make me feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Cats have had opportunities. We've been inside the red zone a couple of times and came away with no points. And the Cats, right now with a 14-6 lead on the board. But like you said, there were some opportunities. A couple of individual numbers we'll go through just really fast. Scooby Graham had 80 on 12 attempts, so Bowen near 50 yards on the ground. He was sacked a couple of times, which hurt that yardage, but he also had a touchdown in the first half. So, Jackie, overall, offensively, the Cats have done some good things. They've done some sloppy things, and they need to clean up a few things, and I'm sure they'll get that worked on here at the halftime break. But nonetheless, a 14-6 lead as we sit here at the halftime break, and the Wildcat Band performs for the Palatka home crowd. Jackie, big weekend college football last week. The Gators were able to get back off the snide. They got a big win on the road at Tennessee. We saw some other action, and we're starting to see some things unfold. Certainly appears as though it has several times in the past several years that Alabama is the cream of the crop. No doubt about the way that they're winning football games. You see it week in, week out. Alabama just keeps getting it done. Clemson got a big win last weekend. They're continuing to do things. They had some shakeup this week with their quarterback deciding to transfer as Trevor Lawrence was named the starter there.
Illinois University. So guys getting things turned around over there in Tallahassee.
I know our Seminole fans will be happy to hear that. They got the upset. The home upset.
The home upset.
Yeah, that's funny. But, Jackie, at the top of the heap, you get some of the same teams you've heard from in the past several years. Alabama's there, Clemson's there, Ohio State's there, Georgia's there. So just let's take it one thing at a time here to start with. Florida gets a big win on the road last week. They're 3-1 now. They lost to Kentucky. Kentucky beat Mississippi State on the road or at home last week. So the Gators go on the road tomorrow, and they face Mississippi State, a team that was ranked in the top 20, a team some folks had ranked as high as 13. Mississippi State now coming off a loss to Kentucky. They won't be happy to have Dan Mullen coming back into the stadium there. What do you feel like for this game? I know the Gators have gotten a big win now against Tennessee. They got
those very emotional games. So your coach leaves. You get a chance to face him the next season. So I know what you're absolutely right. Mississippi State players are thinking, you know what, we're going to prove that he should have stayed right here. Mississippi State's coaching staff thinking, I can't let the guy that just left here beat me. And on the Florida side, Dan Mullen, he can say, I know what he's going to say in front of cameras and this, that, but that's going to be an emotional game for him, going over and seeing guys that you coached for the last 3 or 4 years, of their college careers. So to want to go over and beat those guys and prove that you are an upper echelon coach, even beating a top 20 team, like you said. So Franks has got to settle down a little bit. He had a good game, a decent game against Tennessee, but he is still, and I know it was a no-name opponent, but just the way that Franks controlled that first game of the season, I just haven't seen that again out of him. So he's got to get it back under control. Franks controlled that first game of the season. I just haven't seen that again out of him. So he's got to get it back under control, go through his reads. People are going to be open. I mean, Dan Mullins proved that time and time again. He'll get guys open for you. The running game doing really good. Jordan Scarlett, Jordan Davis, those guys really running the ball hard. Offensive lines holding up better than they have in the past. So I'm not sure how to call it, but you know what? We back, baby. So Florida's going to take it to the house.
It's going to be a tough one. I tell you what, the Mississippi State fan base will be riled up. They'll have the Cowbells rocking up in Starkville. I'm going to tell you this. It's going to be hard for Florida to go on the road and get that win. But if you can get some consistent play from Felipe Franks, he's got receivers to throw the ball to. I'm looking for a close one. I'm going to tell you it's going to be a touchdown ball game tomorrow night. Jackie, a couple of other big games in the college football. South Carolina is going to face Kentucky, a big Eastern Division race. We normally wouldn't say that, but this year South Carolina and Kentucky is going to be a 2. I'm looking for a close one. I'm going to tell you it's going to be a touchdown ball game tomorrow night. Jackie, a couple of other big games in the college football. South Carolina is going to face Kentucky, a big Eastern Division race. We normally wouldn't say that, but this year South Carolina and Kentucky facing off. This is a game that if the Gamecocks win, that'll give Kentucky a loss in the Eastern Division. And really for Florida to have any chance in the East, you need South Carolina to win that game.
Yeah, I tell you, and I would have never said it before the season and really wouldn't have said it after our game because of the missed tackles. But the Snell kid for Kentucky's really running the ball hard, was able to do to Mississippi State exactly what he did to Florida the week before. So they may be on to something there, and I think if they could come over, in my mind, I'm going to say that that's an upset if they beat South Carolina, even though Kentucky beat us. South Carolina's going to be predominantly the better team year in and year out. But Mark Stoops doing good things in Kentucky, and if Snell can continue to run the ball hard, and they kind of control the game from that standpoint and are able to beat South Carolina.
South Carolina to win that one, but that's one we should watch. Another game, big one tomorrow in the top 10, Ohio State and Penn State doing battle. Penn State undefeated, hosting Ohio State, an undefeated team with Urban Meyer. Ohio State's offense just seems unstoppable at this point of the season, but Penn State says, hey, we're going to have the white out. They're going to put all the white shirts on in the stands, and their fans will be rocking there in Happy Valley. What do you think?
You know, I get so sick of Penn State and Notre Dame every year, year in and year out. They're constantly in the top 10 in the preseason based on that's namesake alone, and then crumble somewhere along the way. And I just don't think James Franklin is a great coach, but I just don't think that Penn State has the athletes that Ohio State has. So I'm not sure that one's even going to be close. I felt like TCU had a chance. I felt like Gary Patterson did the opposite of what these Wildcats did against Menendez, Ohio's a little bit, and you can't do that. When you're playing that prolific offense of Ohio State, every chance you got, you better be trying to score touchdowns, and they kind of went away from what they were doing and squandered that game that I felt like they had.
So who wins?
Ohio State.
Ohio State. Jackie's going with them. I'm going to give you Penn State with the upset, but I hear you on what you're saying. Jackie, a couple fans weighed in with their picks. Matt Anderson says Florida wins big. Mullen knows all the weaknesses.
What I'm talking about.
Mike Rogers said that we don't know what we're talking about.
That's a typical Georgia.
And he said, where's the Georgia talk? And Phil Duval, checking in from Milledgeville, Georgia, says Florida 28, Mississippi State 17.
Oh, wow.
So Matt Anderson and Phil Duval with some Gator love, but Mike Rogers just wants us to talk about Georgia. I don't even know who the Bulldogs play.
Listen, here's the thing. Nobody has talked about the Bulldogs pre-2017. So they went.
Mike Rogers just wants us to talk about Georgia. I don't even know who the Bulldogs play.
Listen, here's the thing. Nobody has talked about the Bulldogs pre-2017. So they went, 37 years, and nobody talked about them. Never. Nobody even cared what the Bulldogs were doing in Athens, Georgia. And you got 2 good seasons, and now all we're supposed to talk about is the Bulldogs. Listen, you guys got stuff going on, but I tell you what, there's going to be a team on late October in Jacksonville, Florida, that may have a little something for you. So you keep talking all that trash about these Georgia Bulldogs, and I'll tell you what, just let me win that game, Mike. Let me win that game. I will put those Bulldogs back in hiding so quick, I'm going to lock the kennel door back.
All right, well, hey, I'm with you. I don't know if I can talk a lot until that game comes in October, but we'll get there. But I like the optimism, Jackie. I like it. So, listen, we're going to come back in a moment. I want to give Wildcat fans a chance to we're going to come back in a moment. I want to give Wildcat fans a chance to write this number down. Write this number down, 859-6383, 859-6383. That is the American Recycle text line. Write that number down, 859-6383. I'm telling you, you got to write it down because that's the way that you win Jaguar tickets, because we have 2 tickets to give away to the Jacksonville Jaguars and New York Jets coming up this Sunday at TIAA Bank Field down there in downtown Jacksonville. And Jackie, the Jaguars might get it back together and get a big win.
Here's why I love talking about college football on this show, Mike.
Yep.
Because the Texans, they just start coming in. No matter what you say, who you say it about, they start rolling in. I've been accused by Georgia fans of being on drugs now for what I just said. 2 of them said the exact same thing.
Oh.
I got Gator fans saying preach. Brant Hartley, he's told.
They're struggling right now. I hadn't even heard from Kyle Davis, and normally I hear from him a lot. But either way, Jackie, we'll be back. We're going to give those Jaguar tickets away. When we come back, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout right here on WFBB, the Wildcat Football Network. And like I said, write that number down, 904-859-6383. That's the text line that you can win those tickets on when we come back. So you're listening to Wildcat Football. We'll be back after this 2-minute break on WFBB.
Max Glass does commercial and residential work as well. Max Glass specializes in custom frameless showers with installation. Max Glass, 33 East McClenny Avenue, 259-6070, or maxglassinc.com. Max Glass.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkin Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkin Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, shiny in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinChevy.com. Baker High Football is brought to you by the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique.
The Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique at 2 East McClenny Avenue has full-service hairstyling, plus clothes, accessories, and all-occasion gifts. Appointments Monday through Saturday at 259-9101. The Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique, 2 East McClenny Avenue at 90 and 228. Full service hairstyling, clothes, accessories, and gifts at the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique, 259-9101. The Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique.
Well, it's turned into a beautiful night for football here in Palatka, Florida. Jackie, I understand that over back our way, it's a beautiful night for football here as the Wildcats coming back out of the locker room. Palatka not yet back from the halftime break just yet, but 14-6, the Cats lead. Jackie, I promised it, and now we're going to deliver. Tim Hughes at American Recycling gives us a chance a couple of times this year to give away some seats to the Jaguar games, and a couple of weeks ago, Dale Johnson was our winner, and he was able to have those tickets last week for the Jaguars-Titans game. Unfortunately, that was a loss, like you said, for the Jaguars, but they're going to welcome in Sam Darnold and the New York Jets this week, rookie draft pick for the Jets, the Jets Jets, coming to TIAA Bank Field and face the Jaguars. So I'm going to throw out a question here. And the first person to text us on the text line, 904-859-6383, with the correct answer is going to be the winner. Palatka football, 383, with the correct answer is going to be the winner. Palatka football has a long history over here. I tell you, they're a community very much like Baker County, Jackie. The stadium is away from the high school in the center of town. The crowd, the folks here that support their football team, they've got a big booster club over here for Palatka. They haven't had a lot of success lately, but a long time ago, Jackie, you won't quite remember this as well as me, but a long time ago, Palatka had a really, really, really good football program over here. They're trying to get that back. They're trying to get that back. They're competing in the district again. But a long time ago, they had a really good football team. To make it short here, I need to know, in the early 80s, Palatka had a running back that went on to the University of Florida to play football down there. And he actually shared the backfield with another Gator great at a certain point during his career at Florida. He shared the backfield with Neil Anderson. Neil Anderson went on to play with the Chicago. Actually shared the backfield with another Gator great at a certain point during his career at Florida. He shared the backfield with Neil Anderson. Neil Anderson went on to play with the Chicago Bears. Actually was the heir apparent to Walter Payton. When Walter Payton moved out, Neil Anderson was the guy that came in and took over. Who was the running back that played alongside Neil Anderson in the Florida backfield that went to school here at Palatka and was a Palatka Panther? If you text me that answer to 904-859-6383, you'll be the winner.
That's a good question. That's a tough one.
Do you know the answer?
I got to guess.
Palatka's going to kick it off. The Wildcats will have it to start the second half. And there you go. The kickoff is going to be caught at the 41-yard line, a fair catch by Crawford. And I'm going to tell you something, buddy. I got an answer back in that said Jarvis Williams. That's incorrect. Jarvis Williams played defense. I got a text in that says Williams. He was a defensive player for the Cats, but it's not Fred Taylor either. I got that one in. It wasn't Fred Taylor. We're going back to the 80s here, folks. It wasn't Fred Taylor. I've got the correct answer, just so you know, but you can keep sending me the answers if you want to. Willie McClendon's not it. Here we go. From the 41, first down and 10 Cats and a flag down before the play here. They're going to call a legal substitution. Looks like Palatka might have 12 guys on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't know why the line judge did that. It was a false start there on one of our offensive linemen. He just kind of fell out of his stance a little bit.
Well, he was making this signal to the head referee like there was a legal substitution. All right, after this play, I'll give you the answer. Hey, a lot of folks listening in tonight, we got some good responses. Unfortunately, some of them were wrong. But, hey, it's good that people are listening, right? First down play, Alex Bowen now needs 15. The Wildcats throw it here. John Green with the catch across and to the 42 it goes, and it's going to be a 6-yard gain there on the passing catch from Bowen to Green.
Yeah, it picks up the penalty yardage back there and a little bit. But now, John Green down on the field.
Let me, we're going to check on John Green there as he made the catch on that play. Went down, looked like maybe a cramp. He's getting up, Jackie. But let me give you the answer to our trivia question so our folks will know. I got the correct answer from actually a guy I know very well. His name is Billy Gator Carrington, if you're familiar with Gator.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with Gator, he sent me the right answer. Now, we got a lot of wrong answers. I had some Fred Taylors. I had some Willie McClendons. I had some of those guys. They were wrong. Jackie, the answer I was looking for was John L. Williams. John L. Williams was a guy that played here, went on to play at Florida, went on to play with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL. He's one of the most famous Palatka football players that you'll ever find, and was John L. Williams. John L. Williams was a guy that played here, went on to play at Florida, went on to play with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL. He's one of the most famous Palatka football players that you'll ever find. And Gator Carrington, you are the winner of those 2 Jacksonville Jaguar tickets for this coming Sunday. And Jackie, I want you to Google John L. Williams and some of the plays that he made from back in the day. He was a great player here from Palatka High School.
I don't mind Googling that, but I don't have 9mm reels to look at those highlights. So if you could find yours in your attic, Mike, I would be happy.
I've got all kind of Gators coming in now. Ricky Nattil, and you remember him?
Yes.
Okay. Ricky Nattil played receiver, but he wasn't a running back. Somebody asked me what the question was. Well, it was who was the running back from Palatka in the early 80s that shared the backfield with Neil Anderson at the University of Florida. Third down handoff for the Cats. Scooby Graham's going to have it. He's going to have it in a whole lot more as he's ahead to the 45 and inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line on a good carry by Scooby Graham to get the Cats a first down.
Scooby Graham needed 2 yards there, and he picks up 12, so coming right out again. Looks like we're going to keep that big formation in there. Let Scooby Graham just kind of poke the rock a little bit and see if we can't get back to controlling this line of scrimmage and just beating guys off the ball.
So I'll wrap that whole trivia segment up by saying once again thank you to Tim Hughes for giving us those tickets to the Wildcat football game. To the Jaguar football game. Here we go. Alex Bowen under center now from the 38-yard line. He gives to Graham. Graham's got a hole downfield 35 and down to the 32-yard line. A good gain of 5 yards on first down. And I said Wildcat football game, Jackie. I meant to say Jaguars. Jaguars and Jets.
They played like the Wildcats. Golly, that was a miserable game.
Texted the right answer. I knew that he would know the answer to that question as well, but he got in a little bit behind Gator Carrington. So,
I mean, you can't have the name Gator and not know the answer to that question.
You got to know it. 2nd down and 5. Here we go. Handoff to the fullback, Kelton Knabb, and he's going to fight hard down inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. And Kelton Knabb, when you need a first down, you give it to the fullback, and he got it.
Yeah, even when you need 5 yards. I mean, Kelton Knabb that time, 7 yards on the carry. Just a guy that just does not want to come off the football field at all. I know there's times where the coaches are almost begging him to take a break, and Kelton says, no, coach, put me in. I'm ready to go. So 31 on both sides of the ball doing his thing again tonight.
9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cats trying to get some points here. They're up 14-6, and we're trying to go get some more. Handoff to Scooby Graham, and Graham's got a hole down inside the 25, down inside the 20. And Scooby Graham all the way down to Graham, and Graham's got a hole down inside the 25, down inside the 20. And Scooby Graham all the way down to near the 14, 15, maybe the 16-yard line. And they're going to give him 8 yards on that carry.
Yeah, hey, this is Wildcat football right here. Just get it in and let's do a little ground and pound on them. Right now, this offensive line just having their way with the defensive front for Palatka. And Scooby Graham seeing holes and cutting right inside of them and picking up big yardage.
2nd down play now, Bowen under center again. The Cats with the full house backfield. And you're going to get a flag before the play here. And might have caught one of the running backs just leaning a little bit. And that's going to be 5 against the Cats.
Golly, man. Those are the ones those aggravate me the most. I understand there's going to be penalties in the game, but, man, you got so much everything's going for you right now. And then all of a sudden, you just, take a dadgum claw hammer and crunch down on you to me the most. I understand there's going to be penalties in the game, but, man, you got so much everything's going for you right now. And then all of a sudden, you just, take a dadgum claw hammer and crunch down on your toes with it.
Well, you go 8 yards on first down, and you get 5 of it back on a penalty, and you're sitting there now with 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 3. And that's the biggest damage on that penalty. 2nd down play, Alex Bowen in there again. Kelton Knabb lines up at fullback. Scooby Graham, the running back. Here we go. Give the ball to Graham. Graham's got a hole down inside. He might get the penalty yardage back and maybe one more as it's going to be 3rd and very short.
I think he picked up the first down, Mike.
Did he get it?
Yeah,
there you go.
Picked it up by about 1.5 yards there. So Scooby Graham not doing anything fancy here, Mike. This is just smash mouth football at its finest. The Cats, where did we take over? Started at the 40-yard line.
Good question.
Yeah.
And taking off some clock. We're almost halfway through the third quarter on this possession. Alex Bowen under center now. He's going to take it. He's going to give it to Graham again, and Graham's going to fight his way down to the 11-yard line. A gain on the play of about 5 yards, so a good positive gain.
Yeah, and on that play, that just wasn't even smooth. The handoff wasn't smooth, kind of ran into each other a little bit. But again, Scooby Graham able to pick up 4 or 5 yards there. And like I said, this offensive line right now just having their way with the defensive front of Palatka. And this is how you wear teams down right here, Mike. Putting together a great drive, like you said, 7 minutes left, so we're almost halfway through the third quarter.
That's what you want to see. When you get the ball to start the second half, you want to see that there were some adjustments at halftime that caused you to come out and put together this type of drive. And Scooby Graham goes to the middle again, and he's going to get the first down near the yard line, so it's going to bring up a first down and goal situation. And all this time, Jackie,
they're not doing anything fancy. Like I said, Scooby Graham on this drive is not dancing around, not out-racing anybody to the sideline. He's just hitting the hole where he's told to hit it, and that offensive line just pressing down on that defensive front to open those holes for Graham.
Wildcats will face a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. They take a quick time out here. Jackie, I know that we poke fun with some of those guys that text us at halftime and some of those guys that we talk to, but I just want to tell them thank you, because there's a whole big audience out there that listens in each Friday night, most importantly because they want to hear how these Wildcats are doing. But they like to give us a little bit, and we'll give it a little bit back, So, I really cherish my friendship with Kyle Davis, and I don't want him to get mad at me.
No. Kyle's like me. Somebody said, after we lost to Kentucky, somebody texted me and said, "You okay?" I said, "Listen, man, in the last 5 years, I went through 4-8 and 4-7. It is what it is." So, no, it's called a heck of a ball team. I'm actually scared to death to go to Jacksonville and watch that game.
Yeah.
Because, my goodness, those guys are doing it. About the only team that I see right now that could compete with Alabama. I still don't think it's close. I say, I think any team could bring their A game, and if Alabama brings their A game, Alabama wins by 3 touchdowns.
Got to be some cheating going on in Alabama. There's got to be. There's
no more than what's going on in Georgia.
First and goal, Scooby Graham's going to take it 5 yards, and he's going to go into the end zone. And finally, the Wildcats are able to open up a 2-touchdown lead here on the road.
I'm just happy we scored. We first and goal inside the 10, and we were able to punch one in. And again, basically finished the drive how we started it there, with just Scooby Graham left, Scooby Graham right. And like Coach Rogers said, run, Scooby, run. And that's what we did on that drive, and punches it in for 6.
Punches it in for 6. The Cats now will send Connor Waite back out to try another extra point. The Cats right now on top 20-6 with the Scooby Graham touchdown, his second touchdown of the night. And just so you know, Scooby Graham was our last Farm Bureau player of the game, and he joined us at Crystal River Seafood a couple of weeks ago. Connor Waite is going to drill it right through, and the Cats are going to take a 21-6 lead, Jackie. And that's the drill it right through, and the Cats are going to take a 21-6 lead, Jackie. And that's the drive you wanted. You defer to the second half. The offense gets the ball to start the second half. You want to see the offense do something based on some adjustments they saw at halftime. They did that. They lined up in a straight I formation. They went power, and they scored the touchdown on a big drive.
Yeah, and big shout-out to the offensive line there. I've said it numerous times this season. I give those guys a hard time because I know what they're capable of, and on that drive, they showed it, just completely mauling the defensive front for Palatka and Scooby Graham. I don't know if he had a carry under 5 yards on that drive.
That was a good drive.
That was a great drive, and you could just see they almost were ready for Scooby to score. They were tired of getting manhandled like that. Just said, please take it in for 6 and we could take a break and get off the field.
Wildcats will kick it off in just a moment. We'll take a 30-second timeout, send it back to the station. You're listening.
Break. They almost were ready for Scooby to score. They were tired of getting manhandled like that. Just said, please take it in for 6 and we could take a break and get off the field.
Wildcats will kick it off in just a moment. We'll take a 30-second timeout, send it back to the station. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Elder Pigs Cottage is coming soon. 684 West McClenny Avenue near Little Caesars. Elder Pigs Cottage features collectibles, gifts. Elder Pigs Cottage will be opening in September. Elder Pigs Cottage. Soon at 684 West McClenny Avenue. Elder Pigs Cottage, a proud Wildcat supporter.
Palatka with a little trickeration, and the home crowd has come to life here as Palatka runs a reverse on the kickoff. They pick it up on the kickoff for Palatka as they, just as the Wildcats are able with that long drive in the third quarter to extend the lead to 21-6, they come right back and they get the touchdown on the kickoff return, and it looks like they may go for 2 here.
Golly knows. Just when you think you're kind of starting to take control of the ball game and they pull something like that. And that cat was fast. Now, I didn't get a number because, my goodness, he was blazing down the field and completely outran everybody. But, listen, you got to keep your lanes. You cannot fall asleep on special teams because that's a cheap touchdown that you just gave up to make this a ball game again.
On the reverse, big extra point coming up here for Palatka to keep it a one-possession game, and he pulled it to the left, but it sneaks in the left upright. Makes it a 21-13 game. They changed the scoreboard to 21-14, but that's incorrect. The scoreboard needs to go back to 13 because it was 21-6. They added 7. But either way, Jack's play on the kickoff and Palatka goes down and scores the touchdown. And so, Jackie, it's a good thing we came out and established that drive to start the second half, because after that play, now you're back to a one-possession game.
Well, and we've talked about it a couple times this season, and special teams, we put a little more emphasis on it this year than we have in the past. And listen, it's monotonous. I know. You kick the ball off, you run down, you tackle the guy. You kick the ball off, you run down and tackle the guy. But at any given time, if you let something like that happen, you just went from controlling this game at 21-6, with your defense playing great football, to now again it's a one-possession game with 6:31 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and the key there is the defense didn't give up that touchdown. That was a special teams touchdown. So Palatka scored twice tonight, Jackie, and both times have been one time off of a turnover. They got the ball in great field position, and then the second time on a – and the key there is the defense didn't give up that touchdown. That was a special teams touchdown. So Palatka scored twice tonight, Jackie, and both times have been one time off of a turnover. They got the ball in great field position, and then the second time on a kickoff return. So the defense has not really allowed a score tonight. It's been crazy things that have happened in the game to keep Palatka in it, and that touchdown definitely kept them in it. They're down by 8, 21-13. The Wildcats will return the kick out to the 30-yard line, and we'll have it there, 1st and 10.
Yeah, looks like we're going to go mid-quarter water break here.
Well, let's take it with them. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Max Glass does commercial and residential work as well. Max Glass specializes in custom frameless showers with installation. Max Glass, 33 East McClenny Avenue, 259-6070, or maxglassinc.com. Max Glass 6070 or maxglassinc.com. Max Glass.
It's a first down coming up for the Cats. We stand at our 30-yard line. Jackie, I was noticing we've got the technology on the sideline with the TV and the play calls and all that stuff, and I was noticing, you don't see it at a lot of schools, but Palatka has the same thing. You see that across the way?
Yeah.
TV set up with the tent.
And honestly, I'm just going to say this. You may not – I was an advocate against that, because every team we've ever played that had that whole setup, we beat the crap out of.
First down play, the Cats are going to go back to power, and they're going to go back to Scooby Graham, and he shakes off a tackle and gets across midfield. A good –
for Palatka saying, come on, guys, we didn't want to come back out here this quick, because, again, Scooby Graham had two guys on him that time. He was able to break both of those tackles.
Well, I believe the offensive line got talked to at the halftime break, and the Wildcats came out and decided to run some power formations. They do it again here. Graham straight ahead, and Graham takes it down inside the 45 to the 42-yard line. Another gain over 5 yards for Scooby Graham as he picks up 6.
Scooby Graham, listen, 200 yards rushing, man. That's a feat. That's hard to do. There's guys that go their whole careers and don't hit a 200-yard game, and 2 weeks ago, Scooby Graham was able to accomplish that, and maybe on track to do it here again tonight if we just keep running this and he keeps gashing them for 6 and 7 at the time.
21-13, the Cats lead. Handoff again, Scooby Graham on second down, and he's going to get the yardage needed for the first down as he moves it inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. And he's going to get the yardage needed for the first down as he moves it inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. So right now the Cats are content to stay in that formation that they came out in the second half with the power I. You got Kelton Nab in the backfield.
Kelton Dupree is one of your Pee Wee baseball players, Mike.
I know.
Great athlete, though.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One of those Duprees. And Kelton Nab in the backfield at fullback and Scooby Graham at tailback. Here we go. First down play, first down and 10 from the 37. Bowen gives it to Graham again, and Graham driving his way inside the 30 and near the first down marker again. Another great run by Scooby Graham, and Jackie, they're not doing anything fancy.
No.
Driving his way inside the 30 and near the first down marker again. Another great run by Scooby Graham, and Jackie, they're not doing anything fancy.
No, nothing at all. I tell you what they're doing. There's 3 guys on defense right now for Palatka that were tapping their helmets after that play. And you know what I mean. Get me out, Coach. I need a breather. And Coach is going, the Palatka coach is going, I can't take all 3 of you out. You got to keep going.
First down and 10, Cats inside the 26-yard line. Alex Bowen again under center. Again gives to Graham, and Graham again goes straight ahead, close to 4, maybe 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness. That's maybe closer to 6 than 5, Mike. Yeah. He's just picking up chunks of yardage at the time here. And like you said, I mean, this is nothing fancy at all. I'm not discrediting Scooby Graham because he's running hard and he's making that initial tackler miss, but just smash-mouth football at this point from the Baker County offense.
That left side with
like you said, I mean, this is nothing fancy at all. I'm not discrediting Scooby Graham because he's running hard and he's making that initial tackler miss, but just smash-mouth football at this point from the Baker County offense.
That left side with Burnshead, McDuffie, and Morrison is where Graham is leaning, and he leans there again, right behind the carry. There he goes, 15. Graham to the 10. Graham inside the 5-yard line on the carry. Another gain over 15 yards on this play, and the Wildcats will have a first and goal.
First and goal, and that's all. You got guys, offensive linemen. You could just called his name, Miles Morrison, down the field blocking up linebackers and safeties. So these offensive linemen getting into the second level, and Graham's just following them and opening up gaping holes. And another big gain there, and here we are again, first and goal from the 5-yard line.
From the 5, Alex Bowen under center. We get a timeout here before the play. Palatka calls it.
I don't know what you're going to tell them, Coach. You got 11 guys in the box. There's not much more gain there, and here we are again, first and goal from the 5-yard line.
From the 5, Alex Bowen under center. We get a timeout here before the play. Palatka calls it.
I don't know what you're going to tell them, Coach. You got 11 guys in the box. There's not much more you can do.
Well, maybe they're afraid that the Cats might do something besides running up the middle and maybe try something outside here. But either way, the Wildcats an impressive drive. They came out, Jackie. They got the ball to start the second half. We had an impressive 60-yard drive to start the second half earlier. Scooby Graham scored his second touchdown of the night, and now the Cats have gotten it back after Palatka ran the kickoff back, and the Wildcats again in great shape, first and goal.
Yeah, I mean, this is listen, some people are going to watch this and say, man, this is boring. Right. You know what? I love it. I love it when you get out there and you just lean on that defense. I have been on the record as saying that there is no better feeling than watching down because they are getting destroyed by this offensive front.
Well, put it in perspective, Jackie. Palatka has not run an offensive play in this quarter, and after the Wildcats get done with this drive, we're going to be under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Palatka hasn't even run an offensive play. So that basically tells you the offense has controlled the clock and the game in this third quarter. But we did give up a special teams touchdown, so it's still a 21-13 one-possession game.
Get all over Coach Staples about that.
Bowen under center. Here we go. Graham in the backfield. He takes the handoff, and he's going to go near the 1-yard line as he gets about 4 yards on the play, second down and goal from the 1.
So it looks like he's getting stopped at the line of scrimmage, but it's because the whole line of scrimmage has moved 3 yards. I mean, these guys are just getting off the ball and completely setting up. I mean, when they're initially
end zone here, second down and goal from the 1. Bowen takes the snap. He's going to give it to Nab. No, they had some confusion there. And Kelton Nab takes it into the end zone. I'm not sure what happened. It looked like he and Bowen ran together. But Kelton Nab takes it out of his hands and runs it in for a touchdown. And, Jackie, I called that.
Yeah, you did. You did call it. I thought it was the annexation of Puerto Rico there because I wasn't sure what happened. It looked like Bowen and Kelton Nab did run into each other a little bit. So the timing a little off on that handoff, but a big hole again for Kelton Nab as he waltzes into the end zone and now has to catch his breath and take a shot of water just to turn back around and get back on kickoff.
And what a season Kelton Nab has turned in here, and this is only the midway point of this 2018 campaign, but a senior year for Kelton Nav, a guy who, by all accounts, is a great kid. He came and he was one of our Farm Bureau players of the game at Crystal River earlier in the year, Jackie, and he just seems Kelton is a tough-nosed football player.
You know, and I made a little post about this last year because with the success that this Wildcat team had, I felt like there were some guys that should have got some opportunities that really weren't getting the phone calls.
Yeah.
I know when you get to the big levels, the big leagues, you know, if you want to say Division I, FBS, it's all about size. You know, I get that. But every now and then, I just want a guy that can play football. I want a yes, sir, no, sir guy that's going to go out there and do what I ask of him day in and day out. And that's what this Baker County football team provides.
Well, it's one of those things, man. You know, the college scouts fall in love with size and speed these days. If a guy can run and if he's got size, those are the things that colleges are interested in. Let's see if they try a reverse on the kickoff again. They're going to run one back, though. Here we go, across the 25 to the 30. Oh, he gets hit right at the 32, 37-yard line. And the Wild...
No, but that time all the kickoff team to the right there that just got burned on that reverse, they all stayed home, so able to corral him and make that tackle. Palatka is going to start with good field position on their own 39-yard line.
Yep.
Wildcats up 20, it should be 28. I don't know why it's still showing 27, but Wildcats up 28-13 now. Like you said, 2:56 left in the third quarter, Mike. So we've completely ate up just about the whole quarter.
Yeah, this will be the first offensive play that Palatka's run in the third quarter. They did get a kickoff return for a touchdown, but their offense has not run a play, not until now. McKinnon goes into the shotgun. They trail by 15. The Cats on top 28-13 right now. And that Cat offense in the second half, with the way that they're running the football right now, Palatka's going to feel like they need to score. They throw it out to the right side. A catch is made over here, but a tackle is going to be made right away as Palatka tries to swing one out here to the receiver. And that Cat offense in the second half, with the way that they're running the football right now, Palatka's going to feel like they need to score. They throw it out to the right side. A catch is made over here, but a tackle is going to be made right away as Palatka tries to swing one out here to the receiver, hoping for a block, but the Wildcats shake off the block to make the tackle.
Great job there by Jacob Williams that time. He just sheds the blocker, a little run-pass option there, sheds the blocker and able to get on the receiver quick, fast, and in a hurry, and immediately takes him down. So 1 yard loss on first down, not the way Palatka wanted to start this drive.
Second down play coming up for the Panthers. Wildcats on that front line, that defensive front. Running a five-man front this time. They creep up. Here we go, second down play. McKinnon's going to fire it left side. It's going to be incomplete. I was looking to see who number us. Robert Baker was creeping up to the line there. He's one of those linebackers for the Cats. And now Tyler Burnsell will check back into the ball game on third down. What do they need? Third down and about 11.
Yeah, 11. That time Tracy White in coverage, just blanketing the receiver for Palatka as McKinnon unleashed that one early, but Tracy White doing a good job over there from his cornerback position.
I tell you what, Jackie, we've called games in nice press boxes before. We've called games from the stands. This has got to be one of the dirtiest press boxes I've ever been in. I can't even put my arms down with all this sand everywhere. Third down play, McKinnon's going to fire one deep, and he's got nobody home. And, again, this defense is getting the job done, Jackie. Aside from a turnover early in the game on the interception where Palatka had the short field and the kickoff return for a touchdown, this defense has not allowed anything tonight.
No, nothing at all. And that time, Chase Hancock and Caden Hill, both from defensive end positions, just swarming McKinnon. And he could feel it and just hurls that ball about 50 yards down the field, but nobody was there.
Maurice Moore will go back to return the punt here. You mentioned his name. The punt will come from around the 25 of Palatka. Time running down in this third quarter. The Cats with a 28-13 lead. The punt is on the way. It's going to be a short punt and take a Palatka roll, though. It's going to roll down inside the 25 to the 23 as Moore watches it roll. And we're going to take a break there. 28-13, the Cats lead as we get toward the end of the third quarter. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout on WFBB.
Alan Tanner at McClenny Motor Parts is a longtime supporter of Wildcat football. McClenny Motor Parts stocks parts for all makes and models. And what they don't have, they can get. McClenny Motor Parts, US 90, downtown McClenny. Open weekdays 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till 2. McClenny Motor Parts, your Napa know-how store. Days 8 till 2. McClenny Motor Parts, your Napa know-how store.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how. Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
Nothing fancy for the Cats here in the third quarter. They go back to the same formation we saw earlier, the straight I formation with Kelton Nab and Scooby Graham in the backfield. And this time, though, Palatka says we're not going to have it.
Don't get lazy. Can't get lazy. That time, Palatka's defense, first time they stopped Graham at all, and able to take him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, he tried to cut it outside that time, and they've had so much
Graham at all, and able to take him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, he tried to cut it outside that time, and they've had so much success up the middle. It looked like maybe a linebacker came a little early that time and got Graham to force outside, and he was cut down. Second down play, Bowen again, under center. Takes the snap. He's going to give the ball to Graham. He's got a hole this time. There he goes across the 30. Scooby Graham across the 35, across the 40. And a big run there. Jackie, from our vantage point here in the box, we saw that hole open up, and Graham hit it with a burst of speed.
Yeah, he did. He saw it, too. I think everybody in the stadium saw that hole. My goodness, just a gaping hole there to the left side of that offensive line. You called it. Matthew McDuffie, Tyler Bernstein, Chase Hancock over there, just opening up monster holes for Scooby Graham, and he's taking full advantage.
First down and 10, Cats across the 45 for about 4 yards.
Got a flag down here, and
flag on the play.
Sure what they're about to call.
45 seconds in the quarter. What was the flag?
The flag's holding. So this is right here. This is on about, he got tackled at the 48-yard line. So it's right in front of us, Mike. Scooby Graham just got taken down by 4 Palatka defenders with no other Wildcats around.
Yep.
Now you tell me where you saw a holding call in the midst of all that.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. And it's a guy standing right there. He's looking at Scooby Graham. My goodness. But we're just going to line up and do it again. See if we can pick up another 25 here. So first and 15 now.
Moved them back to the 37-yard line, and now we get a fumbled snap on the play.
Something's got to,
they didn't call a flag. It looked like Palatka might have jumped, thrown right at the Palatka player there. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike against them, but I'm not sure, Jackie, what happened there. It looked like Palatka might have come across the line early. They call it a fumble on the play. They say Palatka's got it. And depending upon how they rule this, it's going to be Palatka ball in Wildcat territory.
Coach Rogers not happy there, but he's not arguing with the officials. So apparently whatever the offense was telling him when they came off the field, apparently it was our fault. Something happened there, missed time snap, but we are going to get a little break here with an unsportsmanlike conduct against Palatka, so that's going to push them back to their side of the 50-yard line. That's about the 47.
Yep. Under a minute to go in the third quarter, but a turnover again. That's 3 on the night for the Cats. Jackie, one of those things we look at on the stat sheet, the Cats
of the 50-yard line. That's about the 47.
Yep. Under a minute to go in the third quarter, but a turnover again. That's 3 on the night for the Cats. Jackie, one of those things we look at on the stat sheet, the Cats have not done well from a turnover perspective, and Menendez gets good field position here. McKinnon's going to take it from the 47-yard line, first down and 10. The Wildcats still on top, 28-13, but Palatka with the turnover. They're going to give the ball no. The quarterback's going to pull it down, and he's going to try to run it, and he's going to be hit in the backfield, and he's going to lose 2 yards on the play as he looked for a quick pass at the line of scrimmage. It wasn't there. He decided to run, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Robert Baker from that linebacker position comes in. McKinnon tried to go airborne, and Robert Baker takes his legs out there for a loss of 2 yards, and that's going to end the third quarter, Mike, with the Wildcats up 28-13.
We'll give you some score updates from around the
Wildcats up 28-13.
We'll give you some score updates from around the district when we come back. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here as the third quarter is over. It's 28-13. The Wildcats on top. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right here on WFBB.
Gibson McDonald Furniture and Mattress of McClenny is proud to again sponsor Wildcat football. Gibson McDonald has furniture, mattresses, and appliances in stock and ready for delivery. Gibson McDonald has electronics and lawn and garden equipment. Gibson McDonald Furniture and Mattress in the Winn-Dixie Plaza in McClenny.
New name, same people and service. 6th Street Automotive. Bumper-to-bumper service including diagnostics and repairs. Domestic and foreign vehicles, scheduled maintenance or problems. 6th Street Automotive. 821 South 6th Street. McClenny says, go Wildcats.
We talked about Graham having over 200 yards. According to the stat sheet now, and my man Justin Thomas, Graham's at 235 on the night.
Holy cow.
McKinnon hands the ball to the right side, and again, great pursuit by this Wildcat defense is going to stop him in his tracks. It'll be 3rd down and about 11 on the play. Jackie, if that's right, and, you know, it's unofficial at this point, but if Graham's over 235, that means in his last 2 ball games, he's over 430 yards on the ground.
My goodness, that just getting after it.
Unbelievable. The Wildcats doubled their yardage total in the third quarter. We went from 156 to over 320 yards now for the ball game, and most of that obviously on the ground, most of that coming from number 5, Scooby Graham. 3rd down play, McKinnon goes to the shotgun, sends a man in motion here. They fake the jet sweep, throw one deep down the right sideline. He's looking for his receiver, and a catch is made. They go back to the receiver on the sideline, and now they're going to call it incomplete on the far sideline. The receiver came down with the ball, not sure. He must have been out of bounds.
Yeah, looked like Jacob Williams in coverage over there again, and great coverage. If I could give one piece of advice to Jacob Williams, you got to attack the ball. He's in great coverage. He's finding the ball. He knows where it's at, but he's just waiting on it to come down to him. You got to attack it, and that time, fortunately for us, the receiver did go up and get it, but came down with it out of bounds.
Oh, 4th down play now. Palatka's going to go for it, Jackie. They need 4th down and 12, but they're down 2 touchdowns here, and they're going to think about going for it, and that's going to force the Wildcats to call a timeout here. They weren't ready for that. They thought they were definitely going to be in punt formation. A couple of updates, Jackie. We mentioned tonight's a big district night. If the Wildcats can hold on here, we will be 2-0 in district play, but it looks like in a couple of weeks when Orange Park comes calling, that's going to be a big game. We mentioned tonight's a big district night. If the Wildcats can hold on here, we will be 2-0 in district play, but it looks like in a couple of weeks when Orange Park comes calling, that's going to be a big game because Orange Park now beating Ridgeview 22-7 in that ball game. If Orange Park wins that game, it would be 2 2-0 teams in 2 weeks when we're back at Memorial Stadium.
Wow. It's good time football, man. I'm telling you. Orange Park making a statement. Coach Tom McPherson over there, former Wildcat head coach, had a young team last year. We got a chance to speak with him before that game last year at their place and said he had a young team, but they were going to be pretty good if he could keep them together. And so far this year, out making a statement.
No doubt about it, and that's going to be an interesting one. In the other game, it's 28-26, Menendez and Clay in the third quarter. They run the ball straight ahead. They're trying to get the first down, and that's that defense on 4th down, and they will not get the first down, and the Cats' turnover does not cost us here.
Nah, but that was a little bit of desperation.
Yeah.
In my mind, I mean, there's still 11 minutes left on the clock. I believe Palatka's got all their timeout. They may have used one, maybe down to 2 timeouts, but you're only down 2 possessions. So to go for it on 4th and 12 from your own 45-yard line, I don't get that. But the Wildcats come up with a big stop there. Thank goodness McKinnon ran it because our secondary was a little out of whack there. They weren't quite sure what was going on, had a man run on late. So Wildcats catch a break and take back over.
First down from the 47-yard line again. Straight I formation. The Wildcats will run Graham. He'd get across midfield here. A 5-yard gain again on first down. It looks like it's, between 5 and 10 on every carry. Jackie, while we've still got some listeners listening in tonight before this game gets, we do have our Monday night coaches show. We've got some folks from the Booster Club and folks that are just Wildcat fans. I'll tell you more about that in just a moment, but just want to remind you about the coaches show. Second down play, Graham again fights his way down to the 45-yard line of Palatka, about 2 yards shy of the first down. But, Jackie, Monday nights at Crystal River Seafood right there in McClenny, Florida, 7 o'clock. If you come down to Crystal River, you can hang out and see us there, and we'll be on the radio from 7 to 8 with the Coaches Show right here on 97.5 WFBB. We appreciate the people that helped make that possible. Our guy, Tim Hughes, that gave away Jaguar tickets tonight, American Recycle, Florida Farm Bureau, and Sabrina Thrift down there at Big Boys. And I don't know if I'll get back in time to get one of those dollar ice cream cones, but if you're in town, stop by and get one. Kelton Knapp gets the handoff here on third down, trying to get the first down yardage, and they're pushing him back 10 yards and haven't blown the whistle. And, Jackie, he's close, but I think he's going to be able to.
Coach Jacobson looks like they're going to let it go for it. I haven't even called the punt team on. So, need a big push here from this offensive line.
Well, they haven't had any problem getting the yardage when they've needed it here in the second half behind this line. They need it here, 4th and 1. Alex Bowen takes the snap, gives to Graham, and Graham fights ahead. He might have jumped too soon, and it's going to depend on the spot. They're going to spot him at the 43-yard line, but that's going to be close.
I think he may be a little short here, Mike.
He went to the air that time, Jackie, instead of following the blocks, and Graham kind of jumped ahead, and it looks like Palatka might have made the stop.
That's unfortunate. I'm with you. He just got to follow the hole. He's done that all night long. That time though, again, Scooby Graham, a sophomore, so you get a little anxious. You think, I need a yard. I got to get it any way possible. And that time he tries to get it through the air by leaping over those offensive linemen. Just follow those big guys, Scooby. Other night by him, they're going to bring it out and measure it here. But I think you're right, Mike. He's a little short.
Well, if they stopped him here, Jackie, Palatka's not dead. Oh, man, it's just by about 2 inches, Jackie. I mean, it's not much.
Chain link.
Wow. They say football's a game of inches, and right there it proves it. But, hey, still 9 minutes to go in the game. Palatka is down 28-13, but that big stop right there, and Palatka's offense is back on the field.
Well, this is where you don't want Palatka getting any momentum at all. You're at the end of the game with a chance to just kind of wind it out, but now they feel like they've done a little something, stopping the Wildcats on 4th down here. So let's see if this defense can hold up.
Well, the significance of those 2 inches there, if the Wildcats get the 2 inches on the first down, they keep the clock moving and the offense is still on the field. Without it, though, Palatka, the offense on the field trailing by 15, 28-13. Still on the significance of those 2 inches there. If the Wildcats get the 2 inches on the first down, they keep the clock moving and the offense is still on the field. Without it, though, Palatka, the offense on the field trailing by 15, 28-13.
With 9 minutes left to go in the game, so plenty of time here. Palatka can score quick.
McKenna Gunn, he's going to fire one out to the right side. He gets a block for the receiver out there, and he's going to get ahead. Now he reverses field, coming all the way back across the field, and he's got the sideline, 45-50, inside Wildcat territory and down the sideline. The receiver is going to be hit and knocked out of bounds, but way down the field as Palatka gets a huge play here on first down.
Goodness, that's what you can't have. I just said they got a chance as they score quick, and that time we had him bottled up, I felt like. But, my goodness, he reverses field there and able to get all the way back around here to the Wildcat sideline and turn it up and pick up big yardage.
Now it'll be a first down inside the 20-yard line for Palatka all the way down to the 17. That's the biggest offensive play they've had tonight, Jackie.
It's all been on, and that wasn't trickery, but, I mean, when a guy reverses field, that's tough to defend.
First down play now for Palatka. 8:40 to go in the football game. The Cats on top 28-13, but if Palatka were to score here, the Wildcats might need another touchdown or a great defensive stand to end this thing. They're going to throw it toward the end zone, and the ball's going to be almost intercepted over there.
They throw a flag?
Yeah, there's a flag down on the play, but
it
looked to me like it could have been offensive interference.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, those guys are down there hand fighting, just kind of jostling for position down there. Nothing intentional, and it wasn't even when the ball was in the air.
They called interference on the defense. The Wildcats are going to give up 15, or it's going to be half the distance from where it's at here. So Palatka did not get the touchdown, but they get the half the distance down to the 9-yard line. So they're going to have a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be 1st, and they're going to need a yard. So 1st and 1. He's going to be bottled up, but he's going to get in the corner, and he's going to get a horse collar tackle over there by the Cats. No flag, but he will get the 1st down, and they're going to have a 1st and goal inside the 8-yard line.
Chase Cruz there coming from that outside linebacker position, and I think, that was the running back that took that reverse kickoff return a minute ago. That kid can fly, so a great job by Chase Cruz getting out there to the sideline and being able to use that to help him get that guy out of bounds.
Palatka not giving up in this football game. 8.5 minutes to go. They trail by 15, 28-13. Clock running. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. Plenty of time. McKinnon in the gun. He's going to give the ball to the tailback, and he busts through the line to the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and goal upcoming. Big stand by the defense here is in order.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, basically, if you can hold them here.
And he busts through the line to the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and goal upcoming. Big stand by the defense here is in order.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, basically, if you can hold them here, I know you get the ball back in not favorable territory, but just with the chance to wind that clock down some more. It's steady ticking down under 8 minutes now. Got to keep them at the end zone here, though.
2nd down and goal to go inside the 5-yard line. Palatka with the football after the turnover. 2nd down play. They hand it off up the middle. The running back's going to be tackled at the 2, and he fights his way down to the 1.5-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from there. Palatka's going to need to get tough yardage in the middle of that Wildcat defense.
I love these types of stands, man. Golly, I hope that Big Jumbo Elliott there made a great play that time. Let's see if he can bust through the line and do it again here. And golly, I hope that Big Jumbo Elliott there made a great play that time. Let's see if he can bust through the line and do it again here.
3rd down and goal. Quarterback McKinnon. Coach Rogers telling him to watch the quarterback rolling out of the pocket here. Let's see. He's in the shotgun. 3rd down. McKinnon takes it. He's going to get a flag here. It's going to be a false start against Palatka, and this is going to back them up 5 yards because it goes from 2nd and goal at the 2 to the 7, but let's see who they call it on. They're talking about it, and
I didn't think there was anything to talk about here.
I didn't either, and the head referee has talked to 2 officials now, and they may call this against the Cats. No.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
Palatka, okay.
No, it's on Baker County. That's our second one.
That's the 1st down.
That's our second one, and with the second one, Jackie, that moves it down half the distance. So now instead of 3rd and goal from the 2, now it's 3rd and goal from the 1.
Oh, see, I thought that was a personal foul, automatic 1st down as well.
But it's not.
They do keep it 3rd down here.
Yep, 3rd down from the 1. They give it to the running back. He's hit. No, McKinnon flares it out on the pass. He's hit and dropped in front of the line to gain the goal line, and it's going to be
saved before that play. Coach Rogers is trying to signal him to get out. He knew based on that formation that was an RPO to the right side of the field there, and tried to get his guys out there and put them in perfect position to make that play.
And he called it, and he knew it, and you're right. He studied more film than anybody you know, and a very smart coach indeed. You get it inside of 6.5 minutes to go here. Palatka's going to call timeout, Jackie. We need to keep it here. There's some drama. 4th and goal coming up from the 1-yard line. If you're Palatka, what's your play call here?
I mean, here's the only thing I like about the run-pass option. It is an option, you know. So if they cover one thing up, you got another option. So I don't know. McKinnon, I mean, he can move a little bit. He's a big kid. On that long fourth down earlier, he ran one up the middle. He wasn't close to picking up first down, but he did pick up 8 yards with Wildcat defenders on his back. So he's a big kid. On that long fourth down earlier, he ran one up the middle. He wasn't close to picking up first down, but he did pick up 8 yards with Wildcat defenders on his back. So I'm not sure if you kind of put it in his hands and let him make that decision. Golly, I don't know. I don't know what I do. I know what I do. I get bought a Kelton Ave because I got that luxury, but Palatka hasn't had anybody that has shown consistently that they can get that yard or two when they need it. So defense with a chance to make a huge stop here. 4th and goal on the 1 yard line.
Coach Rogers getting an explanation down there, Jackie, most likely on the sideline warning. But the ball sits squarely on the 1 yard line. Palatka on the far right hash here. They're going right to left across your radio dial. And the defense digs in. 6.5 to go. The Wildcats up 28-13. Far right hash here. They're going right to left across your radio dial. And the defense digs in. 6.5 to go. The Wildcats up 28-13. And if we can get a big stop and keep them out of the end zone here and run some clock, we can get out of here with a win.
Where's Wildman Burns at that? Nobody's been able to block him all night. Let's see if he can gash him right here.
4th down and goal. They give to the running back, and he goes into the end zone almost without being touched as he runs to the left side that time. And Palatka is back into the end zone here. This time, a decent drive for the offense. Really, the first drive they put together all night long, and they made it a one-score game, maybe, if they can get the extra point.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Well, I guess they could kick the field goal again this time, kick the extra point, and then go for 2 try to get the ball back and go for 2.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here.
Oh, yep, there they go.
They're going for it.
Palatka likes to run to the line. Then everybody turns and gets the play. Well, that time the offensive lineman got down. It was the center, actually. He got down and got set into his position. And so once you get set, you can't stand back up like that and look over there, and that's exactly what happened. He was just trying to get the play in, but had already gone down to get set. So they called a false start, so we're going to push them back a little bit.
And this is bad coaching to me. You kick the extra point, you're still one possession game. They're back to the 7-yard line now, and they're going to continue to go for 2 here. I don't like the call. They've got a good kicker that can make the extra point. Let's see. Second, they've run the 2-point play. They're going to run the quarterback to the right. He throws one to the end zone, and he makes a dummy out of me because he makes a good throw there and makes the catch, and they get the 2-point conversion. So that's going to make the ball game a 28-21 ball game as Palatka got the 2-point conversion with 6:24 to go. Jackie, let's take a timeout. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Funeral Services asks, how do you want to be remembered?
I'd like to be remembered as somebody who treated people with love and respect.
I'd like to be remembered as someone who made other people feel important.
I would like to be remembered as a loving husband and father.
I want to be remembered as the Sunshine Gal, who was a compassionate listener with unconditional love.
How would you like to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as somebody who made a difference in this world.
Baker High Football is brought to you by Ferreira Funeral Services, 259-5700.
Nita Crawford, Baker County Supervisor of Elections, is proud to support Wildcat Football. Election registration is available at the Supervisor of Elections office on North 5th Street, by mail at 259-6339, or through the forms available at any post office. Elections office staff is available for you at 259-6339. That's 259-6339. Your Baker County Supervisor of Elections. The forms available at any post office. Elections office staff is available for you at 259-6339. That's 259-6339. Your Baker County Supervisor of Elections says, go Wildcats!
The Wildcats on the kickoff return. Avant Lee is going to take the ball out to the 35-yard line. So the Cats will have the ball first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Jackie, very critical point of this ball game because Palatka now, after the decent drive they had a moment ago and the touchdown on 4th down, the 2-point conversion, They made this a 7-point ball game, and so the Wildcats are going to have to run some clock here and maybe get a drive of our own.
Yeah, and I tell you, there's still 6:17 left to go in this ball game, Mike. That's plenty. It's about 9 minutes left, and we had the ball. I'm thinking, okay, we're going to run it, run some clock off, and this game's over. But they stop us on 4th down and go down and score quickly, and now here we go with a ball game halfway with the 4th quarter over.
We're going to the same formation. Alex Bowen with Kelton Dupree and Scooby Graham in the backfield, and Graham's going to inch ahead for a yard, maybe 2, maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Palatka, a lot of life right now in this football team as they're feeling like they can come back.
Listen, one day he is going to be wearing a Wildcat jersey, but as of right now, that's Kelton Nab out there.
I'm sorry. I got Kellen on my mind.
Yeah, he's
my buddy.
What a kid, man.
No doubt.
Great kid, great athlete. Hope to see him in a Wildcat jersey one day because, man, what an athlete.
Played shortstop for my Yankees last year, but we're playing football right now. Here we go. Bowen goes back down with the clock running. The clock's going to run under 5 minutes, and
so now we're going to, oh, man, his helmet came off. The Scooby's got to come out.
Well, they're also calling, they are pushing him to the sideline, so they're going to bring in Crawford here. John Green's going to move the tailback, and the clock's going to run. So you're right. You saw that. Scooby Graham's helmet came off. He's got to come off for one play.
And we've elected here to spread them back out like we were doing at the beginning of the game. So we've got 4 receivers out there. We've abandoned the I formation, the little power look we had going. Going to try to spread them out and see if we can pick up 4 yards.
We need 4 here. 3rd down play. Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. The Cats up by 7, and the snap goes over Bowen's head. Alex Bowen has to go back and fall on it, and he goes all the way back to the 21-yard line. The worst thing that could possibly happen on that play.
Holy cow, you've got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding, and it's line the worst thing that could possibly happen on that play.
Holy cow, you've got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding, and it's the worst thing that could have happened on that play.
What a disaster. 3rd and 4. We're moving the ball good. Scooby Graham had just picked up 6 yards on 2nd down and sitting at 3rd and 4, and we snap it over the quarterback's head. And my goodness, we're going to give Palatka a chance with 4:16 and counting left on the clock, a chance to go down and tie this game.
And we haven't punted the ball tonight, Jackie. Alex Bowen stands back there. Actually, we punted 1 time. This is the 2nd punt on the night. Bowen's going to kick a good one with a Wildcat roll down to the 35. And the Cats are going to be lucky if they don't get a flag there as Tracy White pushed one of the guys out of the way. But it won't matter. They'll start at the 35-yard line, down 7 points. Jackie, in the 3rd quarter, I thought this one was Cats are going to be lucky if they don't get a flag there as Tracy White pushed one of the guys out of the way, but it won't matter. They'll start at the 35-yard line, down 7 points. Jackie, in the 3rd quarter, I thought this one was going to be a lapper heading to the end of the game as the Wildcats took control in the 3rd quarter and had things rolling. Palatka made some adjustments defensively, and they were able to stop some things momentarily. The Cats went back to the shotgun formation, and we snap it over the quarterback's head. We have to punt it away, and now Palatka has a chance to tie the ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, just miscues at the most inopportune time, and that seems like when they come up, you know. I mean, twice inside the 10-yard line where miscues cost us 6 points. So Coach Jacobson, he caught me right there at halftime as he was walking up there right above us, him and Coach Canada, and said we missed out on 14 in the first half, and he's absolutely right.
We did, no doubt about it, and we missed some opportunities, and now because of those missed opportunities, Palatka.
So I know this defense is tired. They've been out there a lot, especially some of those guys that play both ways. But I'm going to tell you right now, if they've ever had it in them, we need it right now for a big stop.
2nd down play coming up. 2nd down for Palatka. The clock running under 3:20 to go in the football game. McKinnon calls for the ball. He's going to throw one. He's going to throw one deep down the right sideline. Double coverage for the Cats over there. The ball's going to be knocked away. A good play by the defense over there. We had a chance to pick it off. It'll be 3rd down and short for Palatka. Obviously, this is 4-down situation.
Yeah, that time Jacob Williams in coverage, and Chris Smith comes over to help from a safety spot. I thought Chris had an opportunity at an interception there. He got a good jump on the ball and thought he found it there. The last second it was able to slip through his hands, but great defense there by Smith and Williams.
3rd down play coming up for Palatka. They look to the sideline. McKinnon now surveys the scene from the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to give to the running back. The running back bounces it outside, and he's going to be stopped, but he's going to be close to the yard to gain, but I think he's going to be a yard short.
Going to be a little short. The clock keeps running. He didn't get out of bounds, so under 3 minutes now, the clock running.
4th and 1.
4th and 1 here. My goodness. Got to get a stop. Got to get a stop.
And they need a full yard, Jackie. That ball is outside the 44-yard line. They need to get across the 45 for a 1st down.
Crowd getting into it now. I hadn't heard much out of them all night, but they're hollering and clapping.
The Wildcats dig in on defense. They run the ball straight ahead. They've got the 1st down, and they're going to get midfield, and the ball comes out, but Palatka's on it. And they're going to have a 1st down inside Wildcat territory to the 49-yard line. He bounced it outside just like the touchdown a moment ago, bounced it outside and found a crease and got 7 yards. And they're going to have a 1st down inside Wildcat territory to the 49-yard line. He bounced it outside just like the touchdown a moment ago, bounced it outside and found a crease and got 7 yards.
Yeah, it seems to be our weakness. You remember Edwards from Menendez, that seemed to be where he gained most of his yards on the outside.
1st down play now for Palatka. They extend the drive as they are able to get the 1st down on 4th down and 1. We're going to be under 2 minutes in the game on this play. McKinnon in the shotgun. Wildcats lead by 7. McKinnon takes the snap, and he's going to run it to the right. He fakes the handoff and gives it to himself, runs around the end, but a holding call is going to bring this one back.
Yeah.
Holding on Palatka.
You call it. Holding on Palatka. That was a good read by McKinnon. Read it perfectly. DM bit on the fake, and McKinnon pulls it and would have had picked up about 15 yards there. So Wildcats catch a break with the holding call, going to push them back on their side of the 50 again. Huge break. Under 2 minutes. You called it. 1:59 left. Wildcats up 28-21.
Huge break right there,
yeah,
Jackie.
absolutely.
That is a 25-yard difference because you said he had about 15 yards down the field. You bring it back 10, so now instead of being a 1st down inside the Wildcat 40, Palatka's got a 1st down and call it 18 from their own 43-yard line with 1:52 and counting to go in the football game.
Oh, man. I guess this is what high school football is all about, but I don't like it, Mike.
I don't like it either. 1st down play, some confusion over there on the Palatka offense. The Wildcats bring an extra man to the front. They throw one across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. They were looking for a slant pass. They faked the handoff up the middle, and it falls incomplete.
Good coverage there again by Chris Smith. Just kind of letting off over, and that time McKinnon's pass just kind of sailed on him over the receiver's head. So
2nd down play coming up, 2nd down and call it 18. They need to get to the Wildcat 39-yard line for a 1st down, 1.5 minutes to go. A very critical 1.5 minutes to go in this football game. McKinnon takes the snap. He looks to throw. He's under pressure. They look like holding up there, and the Cats are going to sack him. A huge sack by Robert Baker.
My goodness. What a play. What a play when you need one, man. You don't hear Robert Baker's name a whole lot throughout the night. Good football player, but you don't hear his name a whole lot, and when you need a play, he makes a huge play and sacks McKinnon for about a 7-yard loss there with 1:24 left on the clock.
That holding play is going to be ringing in Palatka's coaching staff's mind for a while because they would have had 1st down inside the Wildcat 40 staff's mind for a while because they would have had 1st down inside the Wildcat 40, but now the ball is all the way back after the Robert Baker sack back to the 36-yard line, and they need to get inside the Wildcat 40 for a 1st down. So they need 26 yards for a 1st down.
Man, not where you want to be. I mean, I hate to say this, but that almost kind of looks like what the Wildcats have been through all night, just sitting in pretty good position there, and then something like that costs you big time. But this Wildcat defense the secondary, you know, they got to throw the ball right here, third and long situation. So 2 plays, they may try to get half of it, but I highly doubt they want to try to run it here with 1:24 left. So secondary's got to step up.
They do. Third down play. They're going to look deep and hope for a pass interference call is what I would think. Third down play. McKinnon rolls to his right. He's looking deep down the right side.
So secondary's got to step up.
They do. Third down play. They're going to look deep and hope for a pass interference call is what I would think. Third down play. McKinnon rolls to his right. He's looking deep down the right sideline. He's got a man over there. It's going to be, I don't know. Did he catch it? They're going to say he caught it, but he was out of bounds, Jackie. The referee's got his hat off because the receiver was out of bounds. Now, let's see how they call this. The referee's hat was off, which means the receiver was out of bounds, and he came back in, and he and Chris Smith were fighting for the football. And they're not going to call, I'm not sure what they called, but it's either incomplete or a flag for illegal touching, one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He had his hat off about through that whole play.
The rule there is the receiver cannot run out of bounds and be the first man to
touch the ball. The receiver had run out of bounds early on in the route. And you're right, can't be the first man to touch the ball once he runs out of bounds like that.
Well, they're still talking about it, so no final decision's been made here.
You know, and this is what I don't understand. So the closest man to the play, the closest referee to the play made the call. He's on that sideline. He's watching the receiver. He's watching the cornerback. He makes the call, and now it's almost like the white hat is back here wanting to reassure that that's the call. Right? He made the call. That's the call.
Right.
I mean, there's no review. You can't
now
go back and look at it. Now they're calling our side judge over to look at it. What is he going to see through 22 football players on the other side of the field?
The only thing I can think here is that with the call being important, that they want to make sure they all agree on what the call is, and I don't know that they've determined yet. And even if they called it a completion, they've come all the way back.
36.5-yard line there, so I think they got the line of scrimmage established. But what is the holdup here? Nobody else saw that except the guy that is supposed to see that, and he makes the call.
I'm not sure. They're still talking about it.
Wildcat fans getting disgruntled, as disgruntled as I am.
Well, at some point in time, you've got to go with your call and make it. There's going to be one sideline that doesn't like it. It's illegal touching.
Illegal touching is the call. What it should have been the whole time.
The receiver came back in, and it looked like from here that he and Chris Smith were fighting for the ball, but the Palatka sideline was happy, so I think he came down with it. But the legal touching is going to make it fourth down because the Cats, I mean, if I'm Jamie Rogers, I just decline. Well, you can't decline the penalty because it would do them, but
we got the call. So
we got the call, illegal touching, and you're right. The referee had his hat off way early in the play, so there should be no complaining on that. It's fourth down. Fourth down now. Palatka's got one last-ditch effort, and they need about 28 yards for a first down.
So I would imagine that McKinnon's going to do the same thing here. Just kind of tease the ball down the field and hope for the best. So these safeties, they got to make sure you cannot get beat over the top. Cornerback, you got to stay with those guys on the outside and hopefully just knock it down. That's all you need to do. You don't need to make a great interception or anything like that. Knock the ball down, and the game's over.
Well, and Jamie Rogers is getting an explanation from the official now. This one play, Jackie's taken about 5 minutes for them to call.
This is ridiculous. You know, if anybody will give it to the referees, I would. I cannot imagine why it takes all 5 referees to make this call.
I don't either, but they do mark the ball back 5 yards now. So instead of fourth down, it's third down, which is what the difference is here, which is what Coach Rogers was telling the referee. It should be fourth down. And now they're telling the...
So you're right. Coach Rogers is going to decline the penalty.
Well, no, it's a loss of down penalty. So the loss of down penalty makes it a fourth down. I don't know. Can you decline it if he caught the ball?
Well, because it's illegal touching, I'm not sure that that's the catch.
But if you decline the penalty, it negates the penalty. So it would be a catch.
I'm not sure.
I'm not either. We'll have to get an explanation.
We'll get our rules official, Colby. Colby Cruz up here with us, sort all this out for us.
He just wants to go. Colby Cruz.
I'm not sure.
I'm not either. We'll have to get an explanation.
We'll get our rules official, Colby. Colby Cruz up here with us, sort all this out for us.
He just wants to go home.
Now Coach Rogers is going to take a timeout. He's going to make sure all these guys in the secondary know what's going on.
A crazy last couple of minutes of this football game. Palatka drew it back to 7 points with a touchdown a moment ago to make it 28-21. They were able to force the Wildcats into a punt, so they got the ball back with a couple of minutes left in the game. And we're still sitting here, and it's going to be 4th down and 28 when they go back to the line of scrimmage. If like you said, Jackie, if the Wildcats can knock it down, make this play go over, we can run the clock out because there's only 1:15 to go, and it would be a big win for these Cats on the road, especially with some of the...
I've talked about the opportunities we've missed in this ball game, but Palatka has just not gone away. Just when I thought that the Wildcats were completely dominating the front and we're going to easily go down and score and make this a 3-touchdown game, Palatka makes the stand, recovers the fumble, able to score quickly, and like you said, forces us to punt with plenty of time left on the clock. But now they're about to dwindle that time away.
Well, here we go. This is the ball game. 4th down play, 4th and 28. McKinnon's going to air it out deep down the side. He was hit as he threw it. It's going to be intercepted. The Cats are going to pick it off and run it back. Here we go. The return man's bringing it all the way inside the 40. He's going to be tackled about the 20-yard line. Still on his feet, carrying Palatka defenders with him. And he goes all the way to the 10-yard line. Was that Chris Smith?
Chris Smith, yeah. Great play by Chris Smith there. Missed out on an interception earlier in the game, and that time perfect position from his safety spot and able to come down with that and return it. No, now we're going to get a block in the back on the Wildcats, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty at the return. Chris Smith able to take it down all the way down to the 10-yard line, but with the block in the back penalty, it's going to bring it back to the 25. But like you said, there's 54 seconds left on the clock. The Wildcats should be able to just kneel this and get out of the pit, Mike.
Man, the pit over here in Palatka. And that was something we talked about at halftime, the pit. And it has been a pit here tonight because Palatka came back and made this a 7-point ball game late in the ball game and made it where the Wildcats really had to play hard on defense. But we're going to get the win, Jackie, here on the road as the defense came up with a big turnover there. And the Wildcats are going to go back defense, but we're going to get the win, Jackie, here on the road as the defense came up with a big turnover there. And the Wildcats are going to go back to the full house backfield here with 54 seconds left in the game. We should be able to just kneel on this thing, but let's see what they do. Alex Bowen is going to take a knee, and that's going to run the clock. We might have to do that one more time, and the game will be over.
Yeah, that's like under 50 seconds, so you're right. I think he's going to have to do that one more time, Mike, but we are going to sneak out of here with a win tonight. And I say sneak out of here. Listen, when you go back and watch the film on this, you're going to see that the Wildcats dominated this game for 3.5 quarters. I mean, for 3.5 quarters, just completely dominated this football game and dominated that Palatka Panther defense. But Palatka just would not go away, kept pressing, and able to make it a lot closer and dominated that Palatka Panther defense. But Palatka just would not go away, kept pressing, and able to make it a lot closer than what I like.
Well, Alex Bowen takes a knee. The ball game is over. The Cats are going to get out of here with a 28-21 win on the road, and the Cats are going to go to 2-0 in the district and 4-1 overall. When we come back on our Beauty Parlor and Boutique post-game show, they're going to want us out of here quickly, so it's going to be a short post-game show, but we will be back. The Beauty Parlor and Boutique right there in McClenny is sponsoring the post-game show. We'll come back and give you the final rundown. 28-21, the Wildcats win. We'll be right back on WFBB.
Renee's Bail Bonds and U-Haul is proud to bring you live coverage of Baker County High School football. Vince McDuffie is available 24/7 at 259-2000. 259. Renee's Bail Bonds and U-Haul is proud to bring you live coverage of Baker County High School football. Vince McDuffie is available 24/7 at 259-2000. 259-2000. Renee's Bail Bonds serves the entire United States, and Renee's is now an official U-Haul dealership across the street or across the country. Remember Renee's Bail Bonds and U-Haul, US 90 downtown McClenny, 259-2000.
The Baker County High School football postgame show on 97.5 FM is brought to you in part by the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique at the corner of US 90 and State Road 228.
And we welcome you back into the post-game show here, brought to you by the Beauty Parlor Salon and Boutique right there, as you heard on the commercial, at US 90 and 228 in McClenny. Jackie, the final numbers on the game, over 300. The final numbers on the game, Palatka doesn't even get 100 yards of offense, but they made it close. 28-21, the final score. The Cats get the win. They go to 2-0 in district play. We're going to be checking the rest of these stats. The Cats end with over 300 yards of offense. Palatka less than 100. We'll go through all the stats later, but just one thing I want to call out. Scooby Graham, 250 yards on the ground with 2 touchdowns tonight. Thanks, Justin Thomas, our stat guy here, as he brings it to us. Jackie, your final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
You know, I mean, it's great. Every time you go on the road and get a victory, especially over a district opponent, keeps you at the top of the district this year, and a hard-fought win by the Wildcats. But, you know, miscues down in the red zone, you got to clean that up. That was the one thing when this thing is clicking on all cylinders. We saw it against Menendez. We're able to put the points up. We left 14 out there in the first half. We talked about it. Never quit, never gave up. They kept fighting. When I thought we had them down and out, you know, they come back and make some big plays. So great football team there. Nothing to be ashamed of. Just glad the Wildcats could come out with another victory.
And we knew coming over here that it was going to be a hard-fought football game with Palatka. They definitely did not quit, Jackie. They had a chance there in the third quarter with the Wildcats dominating the offensive line and Scooby Graham really getting untracked in the third quarter. They had a chance for Palatka to quit. They did not. They stayed in the football game. Turnovers really plagued the Wildcats tonight. A couple of times we snapped the ball over the quarterback's head. A couple of times we just couldn't make the connection inside. You know, we made some mistakes. I know there's things that Coach Rogers wants to talk about, but at the end of the day, the Cats are 4-1 and we're 2-0 in the district.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll give credit to that offensive line. Those guys, they handled their business tonight. The one thing I will say, when it came down to it, when we need a 10-yard line, you got to be able to score there. So some things to work on, definitely. It's good to be back out here. Good to watch the Wildcats play again. Gives the coaches something to build on going into this week, and we'll look forward to next week's opponent.
Speaking of next week, we will be on the road again at First Coast. On the road, the First Coast Buccaneers will face them on the road next week. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back in Memorial Stadium to face Orange Park. At last check, Orange Park was leading against Ridgeview. And at last check, late in the fourth quarter, Clay had a 4-point lead over Menendez. So Monday night on the Coaches Show, we'll talk about the district race and see where everything's at. But, Jackie, it's been good here with you tonight. We'll be back over on the air next week at First Coast. I want to thank John Meadows back at Glen Baptist Church for staying along with us throughout this long game, and wish him well. And we
Woodlawn Environment. American Recycling offers compensation for cans, radiators, copper, brass, and aluminum. American Recycling Center located at 5325 Woodlawn Road. That's 1/2 mile west of 121 near I-10. Open weekdays from 9 till 5, Saturday